Now, so if I have to create a workflow, like I said, so if I have to create a workflow, so simple, go over there, right? Create a workflow. So after doing a sign up inside N8N, you will be able to find out this. So you have to just click on create a workflow, simple, and then you will land into this particular page. And this particular page where you all will be able to create a workflow, you all will be able to run it, you all will be able to execute it, and you all will be able to make it active for as long as possible. Yeah, as long as possible. So this is the place where you can try to create the workflow. Now, what kind of a workflow we are going to create? So we will see couple of workflow, not just one. So couple of workflow we are going to see over here. So where we are going to execute it, and then we are going to test that particular workflow, that whether this workflow for me is working or not. So are you able to reach out to this page, guys? Everyone? Yes? Are you able to reach out to this page? Yeah? Okay. Simple. It's very simple till this like a step. It's not at all a big deal to, reach out here and then do something on top of this. Okay. So once you are able to reach out till this particular place, till this particular point, now what we have to do next? So see, let's suppose we are, let's imagine first of all, because see, whenever we are talking about any kind of automation, so always automations should start with the business use case or maybe with our imagination, right? Generally, with respect to our business use cases, it is going to start. So what is the business use case, by the way? So let's suppose we have to use a URI API, right? We have to use a URI API. And we have to build a kind of a chat system. So where I can send a message and whatever URI API is going to respond back to me, right? Whatever URI API is going to respond back to me. So it should show me that particular messages. Yeah, it should show me that particular message. Whatever response, I will be able to get it from a URI API. Fine. That's a use case that we have in our hand, by the way. So let's try to build that part, that how I can build a real-time kind of a chat interface without doing even a single line of a coding, right? How I can keep it up and running for as long as I want. How I can try to create a public URL, which not just me, which even you will be able to access now, and you all will be able to chat with the URI API. Yes? Yeah, shall we do it, guys? Just a simple workflow. So where we are going to consume a URI API key. See, what is my use case? Let me make it very clear once again. So I would like to build a simple non-AI based workflow. URI API itself is calling some model, but yeah, that's okay. At the end of the day, for me, it's a HTTP request. Simple HTTPS request. So nothing more than that. But yeah, so we have to build a kind of a small workflow. So where I will end up consuming a URI API. Means I will just try to send send a sort of input, and whatever URI API will give me as an output. So yeah, I will try to consume it as an output, and everything should happen with respect to a chat interface, right? A chat window. So that, and that chat window I must be able to share with all of you, so that even you all will be able to hit a URI API, my URI API, by the way, and whatever I'm experimenting as of now. And eventually you all will be able to do the exact same thing. Yeah, that is something that we have to do. Now see, the main story is going to start once you are going to click on this plus button. Are you able to follow along with my cursor, mouse cursor? Yeah, this plus button. Because you have to follow along with the mouse cursor. There is no other option, by the way. Yeah. So here you will be able to see a plus button. Now, once you are going to click on that plus button, which you will do again and again repeatedly, right? So here you will be able to see multiple things. A trigger manually, maybe something different you will be able to see in your screen. There is a very high possibility, not the exact same like a things which I am able to see. So here you will be able to find out all the things in terms of node. Yeah, for example, so let's suppose if I'm searching for chat, so I will be able to see a chat trigger kind of a node. If I'm searching for maybe a vector databases, so you will be able to see Quadrant, Waviate, Pinecone, Supabase, Miniverse, JEP, MongoDB vector database, Postgres vector database, right? If I'm searching for vector. If I'm searching for AI, you will be able to find out kind of a AI agent or many more things with respect to AI. Even OpenAI chat, you will be able to find out. Google Gemini, you will be able to find out. Anthropic, you will be able to find out. Dali, you will be able to. So a lot of things you will be able to find out over here. If I'm going to search AWS, so many services of AWS you will be able to find out. So S3, SNS, ELB, IAM, SES, SQS, Lambda, many things, right? If I'm going to search for Azure, AZU, so Azure, so you will be able to find out many services from Azure as well, right? If I'm going to search for a SQL, I will be able to find out a lot of databases, databases over here in terms of a SQL. If I'm going to search for a MongoDB, so I will be able to find like a MongoDB over here. And inside that, if I'll click, I will be able to find out multiple functions with respect to the MongoDB. Now, if I'm going to search for maybe a Gmail, so I will be able to find out multiple things with respect to the Gmail, as you can see, right? Multiple things, send a mail, delete a mail, get a mail, put a mail, whatever, right? So everything I will be able to find out over here. So basically, this is a main thing for all of us. So here, what N8N has done, by the way, okay, let me tell you that clearly. So what N8N has done, so see, anyhow, to like achieve any kind of automation with respect to a coding, what do? We write a functions, right? Technically inside a program, at the end of the day, what we try to execute? Function, right? So even we write a classes and object, but eventually we try to create an instance of classes and object, and eventually we try to execute a function, right? Some function. Now, what is the meaning of function? Means take some input, do something, give me some output. Technically, that is the meaning of any functions that you will write in this entire world by using any programming language, right? Not just Python, just any programming language, right? So you will try to like create a function which will solve some purpose. Technically, function will take a input, it will give you as an output, right? This is what function does, right? In any programming language, I think we all are pretty much clear and aligning on that part. Yeah. So technically, this is what any kind of a function does. For example, let's suppose if I have to connect with a MongoDB, right? So what do? We just go to a MongoDB, we create a URI, we create our user ID and password. And let's suppose in my Python programming, so I have written a function to connect with a MongoDB. So what I will do, I'll just try to like, give a URI, I'll give a password, and as a return, so it will return me the connection string. Agree everyone? If I have to connect with my SQL system, same thing I will do. Yeah. If I have to send an email, we have already configured an email in terms of programming, right? In a programming, so via SMTP, we were able to like a simple mail transfer protocol. So we were able to send a mail. Now what we have been doing, right? What we have been doing. So whatever input is required for the SMTP along with my user ID and password, right? So we were we will try to give as an input. As an output, it will send a mail and return me the success. Simple, right? And maybe in case of failure, it is going to return me the failure. So technically, this is how the programming world works, right? That we write something we write some sort of a function to achieve some of the task. Now, what N8N has done? Again, even in terms of agents, okay, what is your understanding with respect to the agent? Because so far we have done a lot of programming with respect to agents. Now, what agent does? So we try to design an agent for a particular task. What is the understanding about the agent that we have so far? So agent is nothing but a kind of an autonomous program. So which will be having some sort of a LLM access, means large language model access, which can understand the something in terms of NLP. And it will be having a tool access as well. Tool means some functions access, right? And whenever you are going to assign some task to an agent, so with the help of LLM, it will try to understand the task and automatically it will try to invoke a tool. Yeah, automatically means a function, right? Automatically it will try to invoke a tool, it will try to invoke a memory or maybe any XYZ factors, execute a task and give me the final result. I believe this is something that we have seen even with respect to the agent. Yes? Yeah? This is something that we have seen with respect to the agent, right? So agent automatically decides that, okay, I have to use X tool, Y tool, Z tool, ABC tool, whatever tool, right? I'm not making a decision. My agent itself is going to make a decision because agent is having LLM capability and LLM can understand any kind of instruction which I'm going to give even as a layman, even in a NLP, natural language, if I'm going to give a automation. So Technically, agent is nothing but at the end of the day, it's also a function, right? Agent itself. I think we have created so many agents by using those frameworks, maybe a crew AI, maybe a LangChain, maybe a LangGraph, right? So someone has created a wrapper function on top of that, right? That, okay, fine, this function is going to call another function, that technically tool, right? Or maybe like a LLMs, maybe some sort of APIs or LLMs execution it is going to do. So, so overall, this is how we should understand like the world of this entire programming. Now, what they have done in case of N8N, right? What they have done. So, for example, if I'm going to show you agent, right? AI agent. Now, what they have done. So, basically, they have created, as you can see, so they have created a kind of this box. So, where you can configure your model, right? So, click and then configure any of your model, OpenAI model, Mistral model, Gemini model, Grook model, anything that you want, Cohera model, anything you want, you can try to integrate it, right? So click, select, integrate, done, right? Then if you have to add a memory, then click, select, add a memory, right? Then if you have to add multiple tool, not just one tool, click, select, add any kind of a tool that you want, maybe a Wikipedia search tool, maybe any kind of a tool which will go and do some sort of a retrieval, or like RAG, it will try to perform with respect to the chat that you are going to give, maybe some sort of a Lambda function, maybe some sort of even a code based tool. So maybe I can try to like add a code tool over here in JavaScript, in Python. In Python, they have like in a beta, maybe in a couple of months, it will out of the beta. But yeah, JavaScript is available. I have already tested it in JavaScript. It's a stable one, right? So I will just go, I will try to add a tool and then yes, execute it. It will up and running, it will up and running, it will up and working, right? So this is a kind of a system that they have created. So whatever we have been doing in a programming, it's not very different. That's the reason in the beginning I told you that people says that, okay, fine, N8N can be understood and can be built by a pure non-tech people. No, you are supposed to be tech, a little bit at least, on a very high level. I'm not saying that you should go depth of it, because in terms of writing a function, in terms of understanding line by line, obviously we have to understand a depth of it, right? But at least here, you are supposed to be skilled enough to break down things, right? Break down your task, because see, this entire workflow you will be able to create if you have an imagination, or if you are able to break down a task into a small pieces. It's not like N8N is going to do for you. No, not at all. They have given you every kind of a function, everything as a node. Node means this is a node. This I'm talking about. This is a node. This is a node, right? This is a node. So they have given you like, okay, fine, create your own node, create any kind of a, flow. I don't have any kind of a issue, map each and everything. And then even they have given you a provision where you can come and you can write a code in JavaScript, in Python, right? Let's suppose you have to do a data cleaning. You have to do a data transformation, right? Yes, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Basically, even with respect to a code, you can do it. That's pretty much possible. So they have given you all of these functionality, but you have to have a technical one, right? Unless you're not technical one, you can't do it. Okay, let me delete this node. Fine. So now, what is the task that we have to achieve in a very first place? What we have discussed? Yeah. What is the task that we have to do, guys? Chat with Yuri, right? That's a task. Fine. So chat with the Yuri. Okay. So see, what I have to achieve over here. Let me open up my eraser. Okay. Fine. So what I have to achieve, by the way. So basically, I have to first of all, call Yuri, right? Sorry. So create a chat interface, which will technically, yeah. So first of all, create a chat interface. Now, what this chat interface will do? So this chat interface is technically going to call what? So chat interface is going to technically call my Yuri API. Fine. So it is going to call technically my Yuri API. Now, once it is going to call a Yuri API, now what Yuri API will do? So whatever response which I am going to get, response from Yuri, So my handwriting was bad. So now I have decided that going forward in every classes, whenever I'll take a class, I'll be using this one and I'll try to create this kind of a diagram and I'll type it so that, things will be pretty much clear to all of us. So I'm using eraser.io. I've taken a paid subscription for this. I had that, but yeah, I was not using it. So moved from here to here. Hope you will like it. Things will be pretty much clear whenever I'm going to draw any kind of a, architecture diagram. Yeah. So chat interface, and then what will happen? So it will go to a Yuri API. Basically, it is going to hit a Yuri API, whatever response I am going to get from the Yuri API, right? So it is going to basically like send you the response again into a chat interface. Fine. So response from the Yuri, and I have to showcase everything into a chat interface itself. Fine. Fine. So this is the kind of a flow that we have to create. And I believe we all have been interacting with the Yuri API since a very, 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 very long time. So no one is new with respect to a Yuri API, right? Handwriting was more organic. Anyways, both are okay. Yeah, it was organic, but yeah, for like some of the people to understand things in a later stage, right? It's not that handy. That's a feedback which I have received. So I have decided, okay, let's keep it clean. Because with my handwriting, I can't do much. It's my childhood habit. Even my teacher has tried a lot. They, used to give me so there was a teacher called as Mahalakshmi teacher. He was my Hindi teacher, by the way, and she was well aware about my handwriting. That it's like way beyond a bad. So basically, she used to give me like a 1-page writing every day. And yeah, I used to write, somehow I used to manage, but again, it's like a habit which I was never able to change, a bad handwriting habits. And I think many of us has that kind of a habit, right? Not just me, but yeah, I have that one even now. Okay, so this is something that we have, and this looks much cleaner, by the way. So, and again, I have all the options to draw and then like even use my pen over here in terms of doing organic things. So here we have a chat interface, then we have a Yuri API, whatever response that we are going to get from Yuri API. So we are going to showcase into a chat interface, right? That's a flow that we have to design with respect to a N8N. Okay. So let's go inside a Euron and Yuri inside that. Okay. So if I'll go inside a Yuri, and one more thing, guys. So today I'm going to start a AI ML masters. So those who would like to, understand things from a very scratch, understand a data science, by the way, right? Understand the complete AI ML. So yeah, you can join this particular batch or any of your friends and family if they would like to join. There is no prerequisite which I have kept for this generative AI batch. Yes, there was a prerequisite of Python, but here I'm starting with the Python. Today is going to be the induction session. Batch timing is going to be 7 p.m. IST to 9 p.m. IST, evening time, by the way. So yeah, but yes, everything will be discussed from the scratch, whether it's a Python, whether it's a mathematics, whether it's a machine learning algorithm. Plus, I have added also a flavor of ML ops over here inside this particular batch with respect to a project and with respect to even a topic, so that we can go and we can discuss about the ML ops and build something amazing over here. So this is just an announcement. Now go to Yuri API. Yeah, Yuri API. And here just go to a code example. Now you can go to any of this code example. The only thing which matters for me is this URL. First of all, by this URL, I believe we all understand that what it is going to do. So it is going to help you out to reach to Euron system or Yuri system, you can say, right? With this URL. This is something called as endpoint, right? Endpoint. So it will help you to understand or reach out to our system. Then this bearer token, this authorization is going to give a password so that you can log in into my system, right? Into this Euron system. And then this is a payload that you are going to send. Means this is the input that you are going to send it technically. And inside the input, you are going to send this as a chat, which I can parameterize. So this I can parameterize. So this is the payload. And as a response, so it is going to give you some data, right? As a response, it is going to give you some data, and which basically we say that, okay, fine, this is the response from Yuri. Right, this is a response from Yuri. Okay, so I need this URL to hit an API. I need this URL, I need this authorization, and I need this payload, right? Payload with my custom messages, and yeah, it should be able to work and it should be able to give me the response. And model wise, I can parameterize it. I can select any of these models, not just GPT models, but yeah, so whatever model access that I have, I will be able to use it directly. And even I can try to use an image creation model. I can try to use it directly. Okay, that's cool. So we all are aware about the API and how we are going to hit the API. So let's go back to this N8N workflow, right? And here, let me delete this one and let me add plus over here. And here, in case of N8N, right? In case of N8N, and try to understand the fundamental, guys. It's not about N8N node. So just by attending this class, you will not just see the examples, but yeah, you will be able to understand the fundamental breakdown of N8N as well. So here, any workflow that you are going to create, any workflow, so it must be having a starting point, or can I say it must be having a trigger point? Yes, everyone. Let's suppose even if I have created a Streamlit application, a UI application, right? It must be having a trigger point, right? Trigger point means you will click on the button, you will send some data. This is what you have been doing with respect to Streamlit application, right? Or maybe if there is a chat interface, so you will start chatting, you will say hi, you will say send some data, right? Or maybe trigger point could be a automatic trigger point, means system will start automatically, system will trigger automatically at some interval, right? Maybe once in every day, twice in every day, maybe in every minute, automatically system will start itself. So there must be a starting point, there must be a trigger point, right? There must be a trigger point. So here, in case of N8N, you will be able to find out almost every kind of a trigger point, right? So let's suppose if I would like to trigger something with respect to a chat, right? So just search chat over here and you will be able to find out chat trigger. See, chat trigger node. This is one of the node, chat trigger node. So automatically it will try to trigger itself, and I can go and I can configure this node. I'll get into that part. Just wait. Yeah, I'll get into this node part, and it's like internals of this one. So chat trigger node. So here I can say hi, and maybe I will be able to trigger this particular node. So chat interface, and I can even make it public, right? So just as a chat window, people will be able to see, and people will not be able to see any other things. So there is something called a chat trigger. Okay, fine. So there is something called as scheduled trigger. So just try to search scheduled trigger, SCHE, and you will be able to see scheduled trigger. Scheduled trigger means what? So let's suppose if I have to trigger something every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, or any custom time, I can give my own custom time that, okay, so you should fire up every minute, every second, or maybe in like every week, any way, right? Kind of a cron job, you can say, time-based job. So, and generally this is what we configure a system, right? So system will spin itself, and then it will try to, fire itself, and whatever code, whatever flow that we have written, it will try to execute all the flow. For example, if I have written a file watcher, right? I think we have written that in case of a resume, right? So file watcher, it will keep on watching the files, and then once file will be available, pick the file, process it, dump it, right? Even in data engineering, we do the same thing, right? So basically you can try to create such kind of a scheduler. As you can see, you have all the options, second, minute, hour, days, week, month, everything, or maybe custom, right? So I can try to even schedule that particular part, everything I can schedule it, and it will start from this particular trigger basically, right? And with ease I can schedule it. So maybe second, and then every 30 seconds, maybe I can say every 2 seconds, just to trigger it. Minutes, maybe like every 1 minute, trigger it. Maybe I can try to give hours. So again, hours, and then trigger in minutes. So hour and minute you can try to fill over here. Maybe a days. So days, hours, and minutes. You can try to fill all the information, and then it automatically trigger. Week means week, and then which day of week. So trigger it on every Sunday and Wednesday. It will do, right? Trigger it just on Sunday. Trigger it thrice, whatever, midnight, or maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So everything I can try to schedule. System will start and do the task, and done. Yeah. So trigger is available. So there is something called a schedule trigger. So where you can try to configure your own time. You can try to configure even a time zone, right? So because time zone will be different, right? For a different reason. For example, I'm going to follow Asia Kolkata region, right? You must be following some different reason. It's okay. You can go and configure that time zone, and according to time zone, it is going to trigger itself. As simple as that. In whatever time zone you have configured it, you have scheduled it. Simple. There is something called as manual trigger. Manual trigger. So basically, unless and until you are not going to come and click over here and you are not going to execute it, unless and until you will not come, means human will not come, someone will not come, it will not execute itself, right? So there is something called as manual trigger. So there can be a multiple trigger you will be able to find out over here. As you can see, there is something called a chat trigger, there is something called as typeform trigger, there is something called as MQTT request, IoT, right? So generally we try to use it in a IoT. SSC, generally we try to use it in a MCP servers, right? SSC. So server sent events occurs, right? Server sent events occurs. So there is something called as SSC trigger, there is something called as toggle trigger, there is something called as Kafka trigger. So when data will arrive in a Kafka, Kafka is nothing but a messaging system which take data as an input, and then basically like you can try to attach a producer and then you can try to attach many number of consumers. If you are not aware about Kafka architecture, I will strongly recommend to go and check my videos with respect to a Kafka. I have recently created it. It's amazing, and you will be able to understand, because in many places in a real-time messaging system, we are using Kafka heavily, by the way, right? Even I have shown you programmatically that how you can connect, and then even in my previous big data masters lecture, lot of examples, lot of architecture I have discussed, and that too practical example I have discussed with respect to Kafka. So I think as a programmer, you should always go and check that out, right? Email trigger, right? Like a big Bitbucket trigger. Bitbucket is nothing but just like a GitHub, another kind of a GitHub repository maintained by Bitbucket. So whenever someone is going to do some sort of a check-in, or maybe some sort of a, event someone is going to call, will trigger something different, right? Will trigger maybe some sort of a pull request, or maybe some sort of a check over there. That is possible, right? So here you will be able to find out that there are multiple different kind of a triggers which is been given, right? RSS feed trigger. RSS feed means whenever we try to read a news over here. A Facebook trigger, when someone is going to post, or maybe something is going to happen on Facebook, right? So maybe I can try to trigger this one. Facebook lead ad manager trigger, MCP server trigger. So here you will be able to find out a multiple trigger, not just a chat trigger, by the way, that you are going to use it in a real time. Means trigger means just start the entire event, right? Start the entire flow. So this is something that you should understand in a very first place, because we have to start, right? Even when we were trying to create a, streamlined application. So we used to like fill some data, or maybe we used to click on the button. Now that is a trigger point, right? That is a trigger point. It will trigger the entire flow, do some task, return some output. Yeah. So similar thing. So you have to start the task. Now you need a trigger in general. So sometime maybe chat trigger, sometimes schedule trigger, sometime maybe manual trigger, sometime Kafka trigger, sometime MQTT trigger, sometime Bitbucket trigger. But yeah, you need some sort of a triggers basically, so that task will automatically start. And then you can try to even configure it. You can try to even schedule it. That okay, fine. So at this point of a time, fire it up. Or when this is going to happen, start only this particular workflow. Fine. How to add a scheduler? I believe I have already shown you that part. So basically, there is something called as schedule trigger. Recently, I talked about it, right? Now you can try to configure your week, month, day, second, minute, whatever you want, right? Whatever you want. I have just shown you. There is something called a schedule trigger, which is already available. And generally to run a cron job, right? Even in big data, we are using this kind of a trigger a lot, right? We are using this kind of a trigger a lot. So every kind of a trigger you will be able to find out on your fingertips. Very simple, right? It's available. So that task will start itself. Okay, fine. So now our requirement is to build this one. So whenever I'll say hi, it will hit my, URI API. Whatever URI API will give a response, it should send it to me. So technically I would like to do it with respect to a chat, right? With respect to a chat, because maybe my people don't understand tech things, right? So I have to build that kind of a system. So what I will do, so I will try to use a chat trigger for now. So I'll just go click, and then I will try to create a chat trigger over here. Okay. So I have created a chat trigger. I have not configured anything, but yeah. So on this panel, you will be able to see. So let me delete it once again, right? Let me delete it once again. So here you will be able to see a chat interface. So once you are going to create a chat trigger, let me refresh this part. So as of now, there is nothing, completely blank, right? Let's suppose if I'm going to add a chat trigger over here. So as soon as I'm going to add, you will be able to see a chat interface. This is just for testing purpose. Yeah, you will be able to see a chat interface over here automatically, which is nothing but like a input. So here you are going to give an input. Now, if I'll click on this one, chat interface, so you will be able to see a test chat, because whatever node that N8N has given to you. So basically for every node, you can try to go and you can try to test it. Test it means, let's suppose if I'm sending hi, so it simply means that it will take input as a hi, right? Input as a hi. Okay, so that will start this entire things, and after that, whatever I'm going to add, so it will keep on like adding those things. So as you can see that when I have sent hi, right? So it is trying to store this hi into a variable called as chat input variable. What was the action I have used? So basically internally it is trying to call an action, means function maybe, right, as a send message function. And what is the session? So obviously everything will be stored as a session ID. So yes, it has created a session ID for this particular conversation, for this particular chat, by the way. Now, on your right hand side, you will be able to see a table. So same thing, same information, it is going to show you in a tabular format, and same information it is going to show you in a JSON format. I prefer JSON format in general. It's like I'm too much comfortable. My eyes are too much comfortable with JSON kind of a format, but technically it is showing you the same data. Nothing different. Yeah, nothing different. Okay, so this is about the chat. Now here you will be able to see make chat publicly available. Now, as of now, this chat interface is available only in my N8N. You will not be able to access, by the way, my chat interface. Yeah, you will not be able to access my chat interface. I can only experiment, I can only do it. So if I have to make it available publicly, right, so that you won't be able to see everything, this N8N console, you will be able to see only a chat window kind of a thing, just like a chat GPT or Yuri, like a chat that we have. So what I can do, I can try to make chat publicly available. Click over here. Yeah, click over here. So by the time you are going to click, you will be able to see a pop-up, lot of pop-up over here, right? You all will be able to see. So the very first pop-up is chat URL. Yes, chat URL. Now at this URL, anyone will be able to access it, access this chat basically, right? Access, you can say, the entire flow or application, whatever flow which I am going to add at this URL. But not now. Now, if I'm going to hit this URL, you will be able to see that code 404, right? Code 404, the request webhook, this is not registered. So basically, it is telling me that no, it's not registered so far. I can't do anything like basically over as of now. Why? Because when you try to do it, so you have to make your entire flow active. As by default, when you are trying to like do these things for the very first time, it will be inactive. I'll tell you from where you can activate it, right? So once I'm going to activate it, so at this URL, if I'm going to share this URL with you, all of you, you will be able to access my chat interface, by the way. Yeah, every one of you will be able to access, means things will become public, right? Public. Now here, so they have given you two options. One is a hosted chat, means by default at this URL, you will be able to, access my chat interface. The second one is something called as embedding chat. So let's suppose if I would like to embed this chat in some other application. You must be able to see a lot of companies use to like integrate a small chat widget, right? Chat widgets on the left hand side, right hand side, so that you can say hi, their agent will respond, and then you can, ask the questions or maybe talk to AI, right? Chat widget. So maybe if you would like to do some sort of an embedding, if you would like to do some sort of a color on all those modification, you can do that. So this is something that you will be able to find out. Authentication. So you can go, I'm going ahead with non-authentication. Basic means it will just ask for user ID and password, whatever user ID password you are going to set, or maybe N8N auth I can try to use, right? Or maybe I can try to use my custom auth as well. As of now, I'll try to keep it none, right? And then by default, what initial chat will show? So hi there, my name is Nathan. So instead of that, my name is Dhanshu. It's my chat window. I'll give my name. Very simple. So my name is Dhanshu. How I can assist you today? So this is something which it is going to show you as a default message. You can change this message as per your wish. No one is going to stop you. So basically, hi there. So whenever you are going to, or welcome to Euron. Euron. Ask me anything, I will try to give answer from Yuri API call. Yeah, something like this. So something like this kind of a messages, people will be able to see it, right? People will be able to see it. Okay, fine, not an issue. So here I'm able to create this one. Yeah. So here I'm able to create this chat widget, right? Chat widget. And yeah, so whenever I'm going to send like something, hi, how are you, right? Hi, how are you? So obviously this will be executed. So this will become green. Now if I'll go and check hi, how are you as an output, this is trying to give it to you, right? Output. So automatically when I like give any kind of an input, it will try to give me output. This is this chat interface. This is just doing that, nothing more than that. But still this is not active. So how I can try to make it active? So as you can see over here, so if I have to make it active, right, you have to activate this one. See, you have to activate this one. So now this is active, green button. This is active, right? So now this is active. Now I can try to share this chat widget URL, the URL which it is available over here after making it public. So I can try to share with anyone, and yeah, so anyone will be able to access this one, right? So welcome to Euron, ask me anything, I will try to give you answer from Yuri API call. See, this is a chat interface, right? This is a default one that N8N has given to you. This is a default chat interface. So at this URL, now I'm sharing this URL with all of you, and just tell me, are you able to access the same URL? Yeah, you will be able to say, send just hi, and you will not get any kind of a response, by the way, because I have just like, I'm taking an input. I'm not giving any response as of now. Yeah. So now all of you will be able to access this chat interface. My chat interface is public. Obviously, you will not be able to access my N8N interface. This interface is not available to you, right? This is my development interface. This is where I, schedule the task, schedule the job, right? Or maybe create my workflow. But yeah, so I have just made my endpoint or maybe starting point public. Yeah. So I believe all of you are able to access my chat. Yes, everyone? Yeah? Fine? Yes? So all of you are able to hit my URL. All of you are able to access my chat. Now, if I am going to, right? Now, if I'm going to integrate a Yuri API, means when you will send hi or any kind of a messages, right? It will hit my Yuri API and give me a response back. So then you will be able to, see a response over here once I'm going to integrate it, right? Once I'm going to integrate it. So now just to create this chat interface, can I say that we have to do a lot of programming? Yeah, we have to do a lot of programming, right? And to host it, on some URL, maybe into some cloud platform. But here, I have not done anything. Basically, just one click and done. Simple, right? Yeah, that's a use case of like N8N, which I'm trying to show you that. Yeah, you are supposed to be technical, right? But not much. Maybe somewhere between a tech and non-tech guy, right? If you are there, I think you can automate anything. Fine. Now, not just that, right? Not just that. So they have even given you a customization option, right? Customization option. Customization means if you would like to change the color, theme, and all those things. So there is a possibility that you have. So here, yeah. So first of all, if you would like to see allow file upload, means if you are taking a file, so maybe you can try to click on allow add a field, and then maybe if I'm going to refresh it, I will be able to see not in this way. I have to save it. Yeah, save it, and then if I'm going to refresh it, I will be able to see even upload file option. See, now I have this option, upload file option. Even in my local, I will be able to see this upload file option. So I can upload any kind of a files. Simple. Now there are more features. There are so many features almost they have given to you. So add fields, and then maybe I can try to say that allow file MIME type, input placeholder, load previous section, required button click to start the chat. So someone has to go and like this one, custom chat styling. So this is where you can try to change the flavor. Maybe some different color if you are looking for. So see, they have given you all the color codes, right? Just change the color code. So for chat color, white, light, this, medium, dark, disable. For a root, by the way, right? So complete CSS they have given to you. So border color, background color, you can try to change. A font size also you can change. Toggle button you can try to change. So whatever styles that you are able to see, they have given you as a parameter. Go ahead and change it. And your entire chat interface will be customized, right? This entire chat interface will be customized, by the way. So you have that option as well. So chat custom chat styling. So you have that particular option. All of these options is available, and just have to click and then customize it. Titles if you have to change, response mode if you have to change, subtitle if you have to change, load a previous session, input placeholder, everything is available just on a click. And you can try to customize your chat interface without writing any piece of the code. But yeah, you are supposed to be technical, right? So let's suppose if someone is trying to change the styling and someone don't understand the CSS or maybe a background or maybe this color code, then obviously they don't know like how to go and change it, right? So that's the reason I told you that a person somehow between like tech and non-tech. So if you are that kind of a guy, you will be able to do it easily. And if you are tech, then things will be even more easier for you. If you are a little bit tech, if you understand the coding and programming, so things will be pretty much like easier for you, because technically it's doing the same thing, right? Okay, so I can try to go ahead and I can try to customize my entire chat. That option is already available. Fine, so I'll not try to focus now much on chat over here. So basically this chat I'm able to configure chat node. Now next is what? So as we know that this chat node is giving me this output, chat output. This is the output window, right? As you can see, output. So chat is giving me this output. Now what I have to do, I have to consider, I have to take this output, right? And I have to send those output to the API. I have to send this hi to API. Now what I can do, maybe I can do a little bit of data formatting over here. So I can try to call something called a set. So there is something called a set. So what set does? So again, this is the kind of a internal function. So which will try to modify, add, remove item or a field. So let's suppose if someone has sent hi, I would like to do some sort of modification, addition. I can try to call this set node. I can try to attach this set node with this chat one. Fine. Let's do it. So here in N8N, right? Whatever node you are going to call, whatever means literally whatever, right? Majority of times, in 99% of the time, if it is not a starter node or end node, so 99% of the time you will be able to find out two sides of it. And I believe you all should understand this two side. And generally people gets confused between these two sides. Yeah. What are those two sides? So see, I told you the philosophy of a function, right? Function means take an input, give output, do something in between. Yeah. N8N follows the same philosophy. Take some input, do something, give the output. Simple, right? So for example, I have taken one of the node. So it was called as set node, which can help you out in terms of modifying the data. Okay. So here you are able to see a previous node, which was a chat node, which was taking this as which was giving this as an output. So now this will become the input for the next one. Yeah. This will become the input for the next one. So let's suppose next node is set node, which I have created. So this will go as an input. So on your left hand side, you will be able to see a input things. If there is an input, right? If you have binded it, if you have not binded it, you will not see the input. So here you will be able to see an input. So input wise, these are the things which is coming. And then you will be able to see an output on your right hand side. Yeah. And then middle will be your node parameter. You can try to configure it. So for example, this is the set one, right? This is a set. Basically, which will try to take some input and which will try to give me some output. This is the set function from a Python. You can maybe try to recall, right? So here, what I will do, I'll try to use this simple function or node. You can say in case of N8N, it's node. So I'll try to take this one. I'll try to click on add field, and this is taking a name and the value. So name wise, I can just drag, see, pick, yeah, drag. So name wise, chat input. And then value wise, so hi, simple. So I'll just try to drag it over here. So automatically you will be able to see that it is going to do a mapping. Simple. And that too in a dynamic way. It is going to do a mapping. So this was the key and this was the value. Simple. Now if I'm going to execute it, now see what it is doing. So your input was basically session ID, action and chat input, right? Session ID, action. So your input. I have basically placed a function and I simply said that okay, just try to take chat input key and then give me this as a output. Simple. So this is something that it is trying to give. If someone would like to even consider a session ID, not an issue with the set, add a field. I can add one more field. I will just go ahead with the name session ID and then I'll just drag and drop this one. So I'll simply go and drag and drop over here. So dynamically it is able to map session ID. Now if I'm going to execute, so see, it is going to give me chat input and a session ID as well. So in whatever manner I would like to configure it, I can just configure it. So this is the middle one. So this has been designed to do a filtration based on your like a mapping, right? It is doing it. Simple. If I would like to return it in some different format, maybe number, boolean, array, some sort of a type conversion, if I would like to do, I can do it just like a programming, right? So all of these controls are available to me. And that's the reason I told you in the beginning that you are supposed to be like a kind of a programming guy, right? Because in every node, you will be able to find out programming itself. So you have to understand. I'm not saying that you should come and write over here, but at least you are supposed to be a guy who understands it. So those who says that even if you are non-technical, a pure non-technical, you will be able to use N8N. That doesn't hold true, right? That doesn't hold true because even over here, I'm not writing a programming, but obviously I should have the understanding about a programming little bit, right? A little bit basic, at least. So here, so on this left hand side, I have an input and then on my right hand side, output. So input coming from the previous node. So whatever is the output of the previous node, which was the chat node, that was giving me output. It is going into my set function and then it is going to give me the output. Okay, fine. I will delete it. I will just try to keep this only high part, right? So this high I will try to send to the next one. This high I will try to send to the next one. Okay, fine. So let's try to configure. So this two node is done. So whenever I will send high, or maybe I'm sending how are you, right? Something like that I'm trying to send. So now here, how are you? I'm not considering this action, session ID and all those things. So how are you? As an output, it is going to give me at this point of a time. Now this I have to send to my API. Yeah, API. Now when I talk about API, this is what? A HTTPS request. API means hitting this URL, right? With the bearer token and then payload. Basically, this is the meaning of API, by the way. And URI is also APIs, right? URI is available in the form of APIs. So here, what I have to do, so I can try to call a node and there is a node called as HTTP request. You can send a request, get, put, post, whatever you want. You can try to send it. I think I talked about it in a very beginning. That's the reason I have taken a class of APIs in the beginning itself, right? So I can try to call this node, right? Call this node. So now this is technically a HTTPS request node. So hit any URL by any method, get, put, post, whatever you want, and then send a payload with a bearer token and then bingo, done. Yes, simple, as simple as that. So here HTTPS request, and I believe we all know the philosophy behind the APIs. We have created a lot of APIs and we have been using and consuming a lot of APIs. And especially if I talk about URI APIs, I think we have been consuming it so many times, right? So here, as you can see, these two are connected. So now as you can see, this is the input, which is coming from the previous node. So this is the input and output once I am going to configure it, right? Output once I am going to configure it. Okay. So this is basically a HTTP request. I'm going to use it basically for a URI hit. Let's suppose I'm going to give a name of this node is equal to URI hit. Yeah, I can change the name by the way. So URI hit. Now here, if I'll talk about URI, right, go to like maybe copy this part, right? Copy this part. So here, okay, so basically, right? So basically, this is my like if I'll talk about this entire thing. So basically, this is my URL. Yeah, this is my URL. Now, what is a method that we are using to hit this API? Post, right? Post. So fine. Let's do one thing. Copy this URL. Fine, same URL which is available in URI, nothing different. And then paste the URL over here. Same. So api.euron.1 API v1 URI chat completion. Now what is the method? Post. Fine. Select a method post. Like I said, you can do like anything that you want. That you do with the postman, that you do with the code, right? So post. Fine. As the URI API is doing it. So post. Okay. Fine. Now authentication. Now if you have to hit a URI, you have to provide authentication, a bearer token. You have to provide a bearer token. So unless a token is not available, URI is not going to give you a response, by the way, right? Okay, fine. So here by default, none. So let's suppose some API is already open. For example, if you remember, we have already hosted a OSS 20B OpenAI model on a GPU by the help of framework called as VLM. And over there, we have not attached the authentication. So anyone can go, anyone can hit the URL, anyone can access the model. If my model is up and running, that was open, but URI is not open, right? URI is not open, or maybe you have created some other functions which is open. So it's in that case, authentication is none, but URI is not open. So basically you have to select a generic credential type. It's a fully customizable credential that basically we have created as a Euron. So here generic credential type, and then select. So select what? Bearer auth. We have given you what? We have given you a bearer auth. So there are different kind of auth you will be able to find out, and that we decide when we try to create an API or expose any system as an API. So basically we have created a bearer auth. So here you have to select a bearer auth. Simple. All the options you will be able to find out. Auth type 1, auth type 2, query auth, digest auth, custom auth, bearer auth, basic auth. So these are the different kind of a auth mechanism. So we are using a bearer auth, by the way, which is clearly visible. You don't have to go and even ask anyone. It's a bearer auth, and then API keys. This static is nothing but API key. So here I'm going to select the bearer auth, right? I'm going to select the bearer auth, and then bearer auth wise, you have to now select the credential. I have already attached it. So from my previous session, it is showing me this. So I can try to click, and I can try to click on create a new credentials. Create a new credentials, and then here I can try to give my bearer token. What is the bearer token? Your API key technically. Yeah. So bearer auth API key. So from where I can create the API key? The way we are doing it, create a API key, give any name, click, and then this is my API key, right? This is my URI API key. So I believe you all know how to create the API key. Paste it. As simple as that. And then save it. Done. So my bearer, so selected auth type, then it is going to give you this option, and I have just given my credential over here. Simple, right? I have just given my API key over here. So now from this API request, system is having an idea what kind of a method we are using. Post. What is the URL, right? What is the authorization, and what is the credential? What is the credential, right? System is having all of this idea. System is having all of this fair understanding. Now I have to send a payload, means data. I have to send, basically I have to send the payload. I have to send the data, this particular data, where I have to send this data. Means this data is not going to be write a poem about artificial intelligence. This data is supposed to be about my data, means my user input, right? I just have to parameterize it. So that, from a chat, it will try to take that message, and then it is going to execute it. Okay, let's do it. So here, send a query parameter option is available. Send a header option is available. Send a body option is available. You just have to go and you just have to activate it. Yeah, you just have to go and you just have to activate it over here. Okay, fine. So here, if I have to talk about the header, so what is my header, by the way? Yeah. So what is my header? So I had two headers. One is a token, which I have already provided. Now this is basically one of the header, content type application / JSON. Okay, I can do that as well. So send a header and use a field below. Okay, so name is what? So as per my API, name is basically, let's suppose, content type. Name is basically content type. Now what is the value? So value is nothing but application JSON. So just copy from the URL itself, application JSON. Okay, fine, done that, right? Now, if you would like to add more headers parameter, because there can be n number of headers parameter in an API, you can add it. Otherwise, it's fine. Then what? You have to send the body. Body is nothing but D, a data, D, right? This is a data payload, you can say. So I have to send the body. Okay, so I can try to enable a body. Fine. because in some API request you have to send the body, in some don't. So every customization is available. Every customization is available just on your click. So body. So in what format I would like to send? All the options are given to you in a raw format, in a JSON format, in a uncoded or any other format. You can just do it. I will send it in a JSON format, right? Using a field below, no, using a JSON. So I'll just change it to the JSON so that because here things are available in a JSON format. So I'll just try to copy it and then I'll try to paste it, and then I will be able to technically send it. Yeah, I'll technically send it. So now as a body, right? As a body, what we are supposed to send over here, fine? What we are supposed to send over here. So as a body, right? As a body, we are supposed to send this entire data from here to here. We have to send this particular data. Fine. As a body, we have to send this particular data set. Copy it. Just copy it. Copy this data and then paste it. So here you will be able to find out. Again, I can expand it by clicking on this one. So here you must be able to see that this is something that we are sending. Write a poem about artificial intelligence, this temperature and everything. And I'm just sending as it is, like a data over here as a body. Okay, close it. Now, come over here, right? So, okay, I have already sent it. I have not parameterized it. Technically, I'm supposed to send this chat input, but as of now, it is sending me content, write a poem about artificial intelligence. Let's hit it. Let's hit my API and let's see whether we are able to get some execution or not. So yeah, it's amazing, right? We are able to see the output. So what was my question? Write a poem about artificial intelligence. Default question, right? Which was hitting my model. I can change the model ID over here. I will be able to hit 29 other model as well. I can select temperature just the way we were using it in a function. So it is able to write a beautiful poem for me as per my input. Can I say that? Everyone? Yes, can I say that? We are able to get the beautiful poem. So technically, can I say that from this N8N, I'm able to hit a Euron API? Means I'm able to achieve this one, response from Euron API. I'm able to get it. Yeah, I'm able to get it. I'm able to hit this Euron API. And whatever question which I have sent, yes, I'm able to get the answer for that one. I'm able to get the output for that one. Now, what I'm supposed to change in this one? Yes, everyone, what I'm supposed to change? Yeah, what I'm supposed to change? A input parameter, a message, because technically this is the hard coded one, right? This is the hard coded one. So can I say that I will just try to remove this one, right? And instead of this, content is equal to that. So maybe I can try to give this, how are you? Yes. Can I say that I can just try to give maybe like a how, sorry, I think I have like added it in a wrong place. So basically this is json.chat input. Let me cross it. And then content. So content is equal to json.chat input, right? json.chat input. Simple drag and drop, or you can even write it manually. It's up to you, right? So this is basically a input, and I have just made it dynamic. So whatever question will come here, right? So json.chat input. Chat input is a key, so it will try to fetch that value for the key, and then it will try to send that. Now let me execute this system. Let me test it. What happened? Somewhere I have made changes. Problem Euron hit JSON parameter need to be valid JSON. Oh, maybe I have disturbed my JSON. This message. So basically this is the message, and write a poem about artificial intelligence. Maybe I can try to parameterize it, and here, so I can try to maybe like write JSON.chat input. Okay, execute a step. Still giving me a issue with the node. There is some issue with the input format. So content is this. That's completely fine. Let me wind it up inside this. So this quotes, by the way. Yeah. So this quotes. Okay. As a string, I can try to send it. Yeah. So now executed successfully, as you can see. So just inside the quotes, I'm trying to pass this entire parameter, right? Because this will be just a plain string. Okay. So now see, I have passed what question? How are you? Right? This was the input I have mapped, as you can see, in a dynamic manner. So whatever question which will come over here, it will try to hit my URI. And then what is the response? I'm doing well. Thank you. How I can assist you? So can I say that I'm able to parameterize it? Means whatever question will come, whatever input will come, go to URI. URI will give me output. And this is the output. Yes, everyone? Yeah? Yeah? I'm able to get it right and I'm able to make it dynamic. Means whatever question will come. So here I'm giving JSON.chat input, and this name you can change. All this like parameter name you can try to change. It's in your hand basically. So okay, successfully I'm able to test my URI API, and URI API is giving me this as an output. Yeah. So it is giving me too many things. It is giving me ID, object created, which model it is trying to use, choice, indexes, message as assistant, finish ready, uses many things, prompt token which has been used, completion token, total number of token, all of these things is been used. I don't want to showcase all of these messages to my user. Yeah, I don't want to showcase this total message to my user. For example, this is the flow, right? And this flow is active. Now hit my chat interface, refresh maybe, and then try to hit my chat interface. Hi, how are you? Right? So if you are going to send a chat message, so here how high are you? So action, send message, session ID, everything it is going to return, by the way, right? It is going to return. Now, so I have to give the output to the user. Yeah, output to the user. So I don't want to give all of these things as an output. What I would like to give, I would like to give maybe just content, I'm doing well, thank you, as an output. This JSON, a small JSON, not this one. So what I can do, so whatever output I am getting from this one, I can try to attach one more node filter for a filtration. Again, set a node. Yeah, set a node. So set a node. This is the input coming from URI. What I will do a field mapping, right? And name is equal to content, and then the content is equals to value is equal to this one. So this will just give me this one. So execute the steps. So now out of this entire data, whatever data I would like to send, I would like to showcase, I can showcase that part. Maybe someone is looking for users, so I can showcase users as well. So now this is just going to return me this much. So content, I'm doing well. Thank you, how I can assist you. Simple. Now back to canvas. So this is steps which we have added. Now just go and send a message. Hi, how are you? Yeah. Maybe I'll have to restart my workflow so that it can take an effect. Save it. Hi, how are you? Right? So now it is executing the workflow, and as you can see, this is something which I was trying to return. Choice, message, content. Hello, I am here ready to help you out. How are you doing today? So I am doing good. Tell me about agentic AI, right? So now it is hitting my URI API in a backend, and agentic AI refer to the artificial intelligence system design this, right? Yeah. So it's amazing, right? So we are able to create a chat interface, and then whatever it was returning. So yes, I'm able to return this one. Got it, everyone? Yeah, got it? Simple, right? Simple. So can I say that now I'm able to create a chat? Maybe I just have to look into data formatting a little bit, and then like my chat is ready. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, now you have to just do a content formatting, right? See, N8N, every node is going to return JSON, by the way, right? Now there is a node where you can go and you can try to filter out all those data. Means just a content part. This is just a JSON, right? So I can just add maybe a code node, and then as a code node, so I will try to fetch only this one, and then I can try to showcase those data. Yeah. How to share this setup to another person? See, there are two things. This is my end product, you can say, right? At this URL, end product. So you will be able to access my flow, but as a chat, right? You all will be able to access this entire flow as a chat. And you will not be able to see internal mechanism. All of this you will not be able to see. You will not be able to see even a logs or any traces. So here, as you can see, so it is storing a log so that I can debug it for each and every steps. It is like if it is live, it is even if it is not live, here it will show you the logs and everything, right? Input, output, everything. You will be able to see, you will come and you will be able to debug. And I have exposed this one as to the outer world. So this chat interface, I can even customize the color, font, everything. And then I can, so this one something which people will be able to access. If I have to share this workflow, so here you will be able to find out 3 dots. So click on this dot, import from URL, right? Import from URL, or maybe like a import from a file. Sorry. So here you have a download option. So click on this download, and then my URI API workflow. So here it is able to download as a JSON. As you can see, it is able to download as a which file? JSON file. Now let's suppose if I'm going to share this JSON, and let me do it now. Yeah. So let's suppose many of you are not able to execute this entire things. That's completely fine, right? Many of you are just watching it maybe. Let's suppose if you would like to execute it quickly without doing it and without doing anything. So let me upload this one. So here in your Zoom chat, I have already shared my JSON file, this JSON file which I have downloaded. Yeah, a JSON file which I have downloaded. Now, without even doing anything, right? Without even doing anything, or maybe a list of the things, if you would like to execute my workflow, a JSON file I have already shared with all of you, or maybe someone has given you an N8N workflow, and if you would like to execute it, so simple, open up a new tab of N8N, right? Open up a new tab of N8N, by the way. And then like after doing a sign in, obviously, click on create workflow, open instance. Yeah, create workflow. Now this is the blank one, right? This workflow is completely blank. There is nothing in this workflow, right? Simple. Click on this 3 dots and import from a file. If there is something available on URL, so you can go to URL or just click on import from file. Which file? A JSON file which I have shared with you. So import from file. Now this was the JSON file which I have already shared with all of you. Click on open. See, the entire things is available to me. What other application you can develop? Whatever you can imagine. Your imagination is the only like a bottleneck. Apart from that, you can develop, because there are thousands of node which is available. Technically, all the functions are available, which is like used to build in any tech on this entire world. So anything you will be able to access. So now I have already, are you able to create it, guys? Those who were not able to do it? Yeah. Without even looking into any of these nodes, you will be able to access the exact same thing. It's like I'm sharing the code with you. So I have already shared a JSON file inside your chat tab, right? Download it, click it, import it, and you will be able to see each and everything just like me. Yeah, and then you can try to configure it. By default, see, everything is available, right? Everything is available over here. Even my auth and everything is available over here. Whatever setting which I have done, all the settings are already available to all of you, right? Modify it and then you can use it. Yeah, right, everyone? Yeah. So can we productionize it? Obviously, we have done the productionization, right? Now we can try to bind it with some other URL, whatever URL of my choice. So already, if my workflow is active inside N8N, it's active means productionized. This is how easy it is. And N8N is going to charge you for that. For every hit, it is going to charge you. For every execution, it is going to like charge you. Yeah. Cannot able to share. I think like we all can. Yeah. Okay. I have just shared my JSON file once again. Okay. So this is cool stuff, right, guys? Everyone. Hope this looks cool to all of us. Can we do directly ChatGPT without a URI API? Obviously, you can call a ChatGPT API. It's just we have like a ChatGPT chat is available. So OpenAI chat model. See, it's available. OpenAI chat model. Just call it, give the API key, bingo, done. So send a request to a ChatGPT and then get a response similar to this one, right? Similar to this one. So it's already available. All these nodes are already available inside your N8N, by the way. Fine. Can we see the input output when you use URL? No, you can't see my input output, right? Basically, yeah, if you're going to inspect it, you will see some couple of things, but yeah, technically you will not be able to see it. Only I can see it. Like who is hitting, who is doing what, I can see it from my side, right? But you are the end user for this application. You are the end user. So why you would like to see it? Why I should show you? And I can even make it secure. So without even user ID and password, you will not be able to access it. That option is also available. Okay, so this is very first, very small, like a node or multiple nodes we are able to build, which is going to give you a good idea, right? And this is active. So active means it's in production, by the way. I can just name it as a URI chat hit. Okay. Chat hit. Now it will be saved. Now I'm trying to make it inactive. Now you will not be able to access it. I have already shared the JSON file. So you can, from the JSON file, anyhow, you will be able to replicate the entire things. And let me deactivate my API key as well. So you can attach your own API key in a bearer auth. I have like so many API key I have created for the experimentation and classes. Okay. So next what? So one of the flow I'm able to create. This flow I'm able to create, as you can see, right? This flow is available, and based on like our previous understanding, we are able to create this flow. Let me like make it quotes. And quotes here. Okay. So this is the flow which we are able to create happily. Okay, that's cool. Now let me show you the another application. So I'll just try to go to my N8N workspace. I'll try to click on create workflow, and then I'll try to create a new workflow, a completely new one. Fine, completely new one. I'm going to create it. So basically, I would like to send a mail. Yeah, I would like to send a mail. So maybe like any messages. I would like to send anything in a mail, by the way, right? So I would like to send any kind of messages in a mail. So how I can do it? Let's try to understand that part. Again, this is going to be very, very easy. So there should be a trigger point. So let's suppose if I'm sending hi now, like, or like any responses which my system is going to give, it should basically like send that as a, or any messages which I'm going to type. Maybe that message it should send as a in a mail. As of now, a simple workflow, I'm going to create it in that way. So what I can do, I can try to maybe like quickly pick my chat trigger so that I can send the message. I'm not going to make it public, leave it as it is. only the chat trigger over here. So chat trigger is done. Now I have to format the data. So same set I'm going to use so that, I can try to map the data. So whatever chat, like let me send hi so that I can populate some data. Yeah, for this one. So it's giving me like chat input hi. Now I would like to like just map it, chat input hi. Yeah. So now data will be there and this output will be this one. Now I would like to send this hi into a mail. Yeah, hi into a mail. So here you will be able to find out a Gmail service. There is something called as Gmail. So I'll try to select Gmail. Fine. And then inside a Gmail, you will be able to find out like add a label, delete a message, get a message. So you can fetch a messages, you can send a message, you can get a message, you can reply to a messages, right? So everything you will be able to find out. All of these functions, individual function, you will be able to find out. So I'll try to select send a message, right? Send a message. So send a message node I'm going to select, by the way, right? So I have to send a message to any mail ID. But to do that, you have to connect your Gmail account. So there will be a sender and there will be a receiver, right? This is the meaning of a send a mail. Even with respect to SMTP, we were doing the same thing, right? You can send anything to anyone. So here there will be a sender and there will be a receiver, right? There will be a sender, there will be a receiver. So first of all, I have to configure my Gmail account. I have already tested and configured it. So it is showing you this. I'll try to click on create new credential. So click on create new credential and then you don't have to do anything. Just do a sign up with a Google account. Simple. So it will pop up and whatever mail you have to configure. So just click on tick, continue. It will authorize automatically. See, connection successful. Means it is able to connect with my mail from where it will send a mail. Means from, right? From is connected. So basically whatever mail ID login which I have done. So from this mail ID, it will start sending the mail, right? Resource what? So resource like in a messages, it is going to send. Option send. Send I have selected. Yeah. Now to whom you would like to send the mail. Yeah. To whom you would like to send the mail. So maybe I would like to send a mail to Sudhanshu, SUDHANSHU, SUDHAN, Sudhanshu @Euron.1. So to this mail ID, I would like to send a mail. So whenever like I will send some message, it should go to Euron.1. What should be the subject? So here you have to do a mapping. Fine. Here you have to do a mapping. So here, let's suppose if I'm sending hi, right? If I'm sending hi, now let's try to connect these two. So it is getting some input and now so now it will show me the input, by the way. Yeah. Fine. So here once I will I have already connected. So here edit field, or let's suppose I'm writing when chat received. Why it is not showing me this? It should show me save. Let me run the workflow and test it. The workflow has a issue and cannot be executed. From that reason, please fix them first. Okay, so hi, let's suppose if I'm writing, subject is hi and message should be parameterized. I'll parameterize it, but let me just execute the steps first. Yeah. So here it must have sent some sort of a message, a test message to me. Let me go and check. So now the entire workflow is executed, not executed successfully. It is showing me. And now if I'll show you my mail, right? See, I have received a mail. From which one? From which mail ID? The mail ID with which I have logged in. And what is the message? So basically the subject is hi and then even body is hi, right? The subject of the mail is hi and then body is also hi. This is something which I have configured, right? And that's the reason. So it is showing me hi. So immediately I am able to receive the mail. Okay. Now I have to parameterize it. Parameterizement was, So subject, maybe like I can try to parameterize it in any way if I'm sending a subject, right? As of now, I'm not sending a subject, for example. Message, so maybe I can just drag and I'll say that, okay, fine. So whenever, whatever input that you will get, just try to send it as a mail to me. Fine, just send it as a mail to me. So now execute the steps. So fine, if I'm going to execute the steps over here, it will send that message always, right? It will try to send that particular message. It's sending me hi. So, okay, let me remove it. Execute the steps. So now it will be able to send me the messages over here. So see, I have received the mail, right? Hi. Now let me do one thing. So now whatever I will write in chat, now let me execute the entire workflow. So I will send it like hi, this is Sudhanshu Kumar. I am sending you a test mail. Fine. Now entire workflow is executed. So that by the time I have sent the chat, entire workflow is executed and it's showing me that even mail trigger has been done. Let's go and check whether I have received the mail or not. And yes, hi, this is Sudhanshu Kumar. I am sending you a test mail. I'm able to receive the mail, right? Yes, I'm able to receive the mail. How to send a bulk mail? So basically you can try to configure a multiple email ID with the quotation marks. So where I have used a sender mail, you can configure a multiple sender mail. This is how you can send it in a bulk. Basically, that option is already available in this one. Fine. So if I have to send some sort of a newsletter or if I have to send any kind of a things to my user, I can just go, I can try to, add all the mail ID here, quotation marks, just try to give this one, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Maybe hundreds of mail ID I can try to configure. And maybe I can try to even parameterize it, right? I can try to parameterize it. So maybe this mails are getting populated from some sort of an Excel sheet. So fine, I will read the Excel sheet because read Excel sheet is available over here. If I'll talk about Excel, right? So I can try to read anything from the Excel sheet. See, get column, convert range, this, that, everything is available, right? So let's suppose all my mail IDs are available in some Excel sheet, or maybe not in Excel sheet, some CRM system, maybe not in some CRM system, maybe some databases. So I'll connect, read all the mail, configure it, drag and drop, configure it into a send mailer. So can I say that everything is configurable and easy peasy to do it? Yes, everyone? It's easy, right? I have to be just a little bit technical. That's it. Yeah. If mail ID is available in CRM system, maybe in SQL system, maybe into MongoDB, doesn't matter at all. It's fine. Yeah. So you call the connector, use it, do it. Simple. So here, right. So whatever we do in a Crew AI, same we can do it by configuring only, right? Yeah. More than that, by the way, Crew AI, if I'll talk about a cloud interface, it's not ready for now. I would say it's in a beta phase, and the kind of a node that they have given you here, I think it's not available on any other platform so far, right? So far. Okay, fine. Now this is something that we are able to test. So we are able to send a mail, by the way, right? So this is another flow, how to send a mail. Everything is configurable. Now mail sender. So second configuration, we are able to do it. Now let's go ahead and then try to create another new workflow. Yeah, another new like a workflow. Let's go ahead and let's try to create it. So this time what we will do, so we'll try to create something little bit bigger. Yeah, we'll try to create something little bit bigger over here. So what kind of a bigger thing we are going to create? So we are going to basically create agents. So we are now going to integrate our agents. What that agent will do, let me write it down here. So this time what I will do, so we are going to create maybe a chat interface. Now with the help of this chat interface, by the way, with the help of this chat interface, what I will do, so I will try to basically send questions. Fine. I will try to send basically questions. Now, once it will receive my question, right? Once system will receive the questions. So what it is going to do? So maybe it is going to apply some sort of a filtration operation on top of this one. Yeah. So some sort of a filtration operation it is going to apply. Now, so after applying this filtration operation, let me apply filter, right? Apply some sort of a filter. Now, after applying some sort of filter in terms of questions, means it will try to filter out the questions over here. After applying the filters, what it will do? So it will try to call technically my agent. So it is going to call my agents over here. It is going to call the agents. Now, what is the meaning of an agent as per our previous understanding? So meaning of agent is very simple. So agent will be having, right? Meaning of agent is what? Meaning of agent means agent will be having a LLM access, by the way, right? So agent will be having a LLM access. Yeah. Now agent will be having a kind of a memory, you can say. Yes, if I want, if I don't want, I can like detach the memory. That's completely okay. Agent will be having a tool access. Yes. So agent will be having a tool access. Tool means any kind of a function access, by the way. Then only we can say that, okay, fine. So it's a technically agent. So this is what in general agent will be having. So agent will be having this access, agent will be having memory access, and agent will be having technically a tool access, right? So whatever filter we are going to apply, right? Whatever filter we are going to apply on the questions, I'm going to send that question to my agent. Fine. I'm going to send those questions to my agent. Now what agent will do? I think I'm able to create a beautiful diagram. Yeah, it looks pretty, by the way. Yes. Okay. So jokes are part. So here, basically, we are able to, we'll try to take the question as an input from anywhere. That's okay. Maybe from Excel sheet I'm sending, maybe from a chat I'm sending. Doesn't matter. Now it will go to the agent. Now agent will be having LLM access. So it will try to understand my question, right? And eventually it is going to call a tool, some sort of a tool. Now here, so what I wanted to do, a kind of a use cases which I'm trying to solve, right? A kind of a use cases that I will ask some question. Yeah, I'll try to ask some question, and it should go to Wikipedia. It can go to Google search as well. Serper API can try to call. Maybe it can try to call my URI real-time search APIs. Anything, right? Anything. So basically, I will try to bring an agent, and I know what is the capability of the agent because we have done a lot of like a coding there, right? So we are coming from that background. So basically it will, understand my questions automatically. Memory, leave it as of now. I'll try to add a memory in later stage, maybe tomorrow, like a demo class. And it will try to access the tool. Tool means, so let's suppose if I'm doing a Google search. So obviously for a Google search, Serper API, right? So automatically it will understand that, okay, I have to do a Google search. Maybe I'm saying that, okay, fine, search everything from the Wikipedia. So I can try to attach that tool. Any number of tool, hundreds or thousands of tool or function access I can try to give. System will try to, call those tools automatically. So whenever it is like needed. Yeah. So a tool access. Fine. So here I'll try to send a question, and tool access wise, what I wanted to do is that okay, so try to search on wiki. Fine. So try to search. So whenever like this is the tool access which I am going to give. So tool wise. Yeah. So tool access wise, I'll try to give Wikipedia tool access, right? Wikipedia tool access. LLM wise, so I can try to give maybe a OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, any of these like access I can try to give. So here, what I will do, I'll try to give a GPT access. Fine, any version of GPT or Gemini, Anthropic, they have given you everything. So it will try to like, use this LLM, it will try to use this tool, right? And then it is going to give me some sort of a return. Now what I will do with this return, so whatever return it is going to give it to me, so whatever output this agent is going to give it to me, I will try to mail that output. So send over a mail. So whatever question that you have asked, I'll try to like, whatever question you will ask through a chat, I will send it over the mail. So this is something that we have to design, let's suppose. This is something that we have to design. This is the flow that we have to complete. So just open up chat interface, ask a question. Agent will try to, come into a picture, invoke some LLMs and then send the mail. So whatever like responses I will be able to get, send it over the mail. So this is something that we are supposed to design. This eraser.i is beautiful, sir, to draw the diagram. Yeah, that's, I think you guys are liking it, right? Going forward in all the classes, I'm going to use it. So I have just like paid $35 for that. Yeah, it's pretty much clean to, write instead of writing over this scribbling. So I'm not going to use scribbling now. I have just left it. I'll be using like this for like every classes, means not just this class, in all my classes. Yeah. So that, every time it will be clean, you can take a screenshot, you can put it on a social media if you want. Yeah. Okay. So now fine. It actually looks good. Fine. So basically, and it's easy to use it. So it's a very easy tool that they have created. So that's the reason I have opted for this one. But it's paid now, sir. So basically, I have to use it, right? You just have to like look into it. So monthly or yearly, it's a monthly. They have different plans. Maybe you can go and check. So the plan which I have taken is like including taxes. So it was showing me something like a $35 monthly plan. I have so many other different subscriptions, so which is pretty much required for me as a mentor. Okay, so here basically like this is something that we have like created, and this is something that we have to create. Even in N8N, I'm using a paid version. If you will go to my setting, right, so that it can give me a unlimited execution flow, because I have so many accounts, and if you'll go to my all the accounts, right, I have surpassed all the quotas and limits basically, because before coming to a class, and even when I sit ideal, so I like do a lot of experimentation. So a 14 days trial is not enough for me for any platform. So I have to anyhow go and take the subscription, by the way. So I'm like everywhere I'm using a paid one. Because free one is not going to work for me. If I'll show you my admin panel, so you will be able to see that like if I'll click on this manage, so yeah, if I'll click on billing, so yeah, it's like I'm on billing. Yes, because I can't use, like as your mentors, I can't use the free one. And although I have like a 4 to 5 email ID, but still I can't use it, because I used to do a lot of experimentation. Then only like I will be like smooth, right? And I can come to class, I can give you the explanation. If I am not doing it, if I'm not doing a lot of experimentation, how I can come to class and then like, teach you about something, right? And I believe we all should do it. We see, I have seen people are spending a lot on big billion days on iPhones and everything. But when it comes to, spending on their learnings, they hesitate a lot, right? They don't spend on learning, which I believe it's bad, because learning can make you like enable, learning can like, give you a capability by which you will be able to buy maybe hundreds of iPhone. You will be able to buy a real happiness of your family, right? In a short term, again, I'm not talking about the long term, in just short term of like 4 to 6 months itself, right? You will be in a different position with a different kind of a hike. But still, I see like people hesitate a lot in terms of spending maybe like $60, $70, $80, $100, which is a very small amount for any one of us, in terms of like taking some subscription of the platform. Yeah, see, all the subscription, you will not be able to use it. That's okay again, right? It's not a wastage of money. It's something called as experience. Sometimes we don't like, we pay for iPhone, right? We all pay for iPhone. I'm like, what it is going to give you? Like 20,000 rupees of mobile will give you the same thing. But yeah, you are paying that much of iPhone, maybe for a status, showing a status that, okay, I have an iPhone, or maybe like for experience, right? If you have that much of money for experience, you are doing it. So you will be able to get that experience. I'm not saying that don't buy iPhone. I'm not saying that don't buy car, houses, or anything that you want. I simply say buy everything, right? Whatever you like, whatever you have dreamed of, just go ahead and buy it. I did the same thing in my entire life, right? And still I do the same thing. So whatever I like, I buy it. But for that, means before that, right? I always make sure that I'm sitting, I'm earning, I'm like, I'm eligible enough. I'm not buying anything on loan or maybe on credit or something. No, I'm eligible enough. And yeah, my family is happy. I'm able to provide everything to them. So I believe if you have followed this philosophy, right, you will never fail in your life. And yes, you will be able to buy everything. I've seen many influencers saying that don't buy a house, don't buy car. It's a depreciating asset. A house, yeah, you can try to, invest in SIP. I don't follow those philosophy. I simply say that if you want a house, go and buy it. Simple. If you want like a car, go and buy it. Yeah. Simple. Buy everything, whatever you want, even though if you're not going to use it, even though if it is a waste, tomorrow, if you're going to throw it in a river, that's okay. That's okay. Because we just have only one life, right? And we have to live it at a full scale. So obviously I will spend whatever make me happy. So see, buying is not about uses. It's most of the time for me, it's about happiness. That, okay, I bought this. I'm happy. Simple, right? But before that, like I said, before that, so yes, I sit enough. I used to work enough amount of time, so that I will be able to earn enough, and then I can try to spend. So just follow the same, and believe me, you will be very, very happy person in your life. But yeah, if you're not, and especially in upskilling, see, we all are techie, right? Obviously, we have to like earn a bread with the help of skills. We are not politicians. We are not actor, right? We are techie. So obviously, what is going to give me like a money? What is going to bring a money for me? My skill, right? If you are actor, obviously you're acting. If you're a politician, so obviously your work or something that you are going to do, welfare or something that you are trying to do, right? If you're in different segment, so obviously you will be doing that. So see, in every sector, everyone is working, right? Everyone is trying to do some task, everyone is trying to deliver something, creating some values, and then only they are able to earn something, right? Now for you, what you have to do? Obviously, you have to, you have to get as much skill as possible, right? That is your superpower, right? For actor, obviously they spend a lot of things, they spend a lot, right? They spend a lot on themselves to make them fit, to, train themselves to, practice a lot of, dialogues and everything. And then you see something on a screen. Even for a politician, they spend a lot on people, right? Then only they used to get a vote. I think we all know the story. We as a, techie, we have to spend a lot on a skills, time and money both. And then I will learn the skills and then I will try to like get something in return. So never ever hesitate. If you are hesitating, like in terms of spending rupees on or a dollar on a skills, believe me, you are wasting your time. And maybe if you are spending those monies on something else, so always try to prioritize it as a skills. It is going to give you a lot of return more than anything else in your life. And believe me, you will be able to buy anything. If I'm getting 250 crore, it was not all mine, by the way. There was other stakeholder as well. Yeah, I had my own cut, but yeah. And obviously, the like 250 crore they used to say. I mean, it's been 8 years since I was working. 8 years. Day and night, and still I'm working. So yes, if you are that dedicated enough, if you are able to work that much, you can do anything that you want. And yes, one more thing, I have seen that people generally get jealous, right? We all have that kind of a feeling inside us. So where we see someone's success and we feel jealous about it, that okay, why this person is successful. So see, you are just able to see the very last part, the success part, right? the kind of a restless night, the kind of a stress person has taken, right? The kind of execution person has done, the kind of a tension headache person has taken in the past, you are not aware about it. You are just able to see the very, 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 very last point, not even a fraction of it, right? So I will always say that try to be happy about others, right? I literally feel happy when a student get a success, when they build a startup, when they raise some sort of a funding, when they get a new job, when they get a hike. I feel like my success in that somewhere, and then I literally feel happy about them, right? I genuinely feel happy about them because I know that so just try to feel happy about others, and believe me, work hard, not hard, harder. Okay, so people are saying, sir, let's create this agent. Okay, I think people are feeling bored by my lectures. This kind of lecture. Okay, let's build the agent. By the way. Oh, workspace room is awesome. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now let's try to create this agent, the agent that we have drawn here in Eraser. So what I will do, I'll try to create a chat interface first. Then I'll try to through a chat, I'll send a question. I'll try to apply some sort of filter. I'll try to build an agent over here, and then I'll try to send it, configure the mail basically, right? This is the flow. I will try to create it quickly. So let's go. Let me close all the unnecessary windows. Okay. Now sign in. So the whole story is try to spend on your upskilling time and money as much as you can. That was the whole conclusion. Okay, so I'm into a new workflow, and here I can name it as a agentic workflow. Fine. Okay. Now, so I'll try to follow this same thing, chat interface, right? Okay, bring a chat interface. So chat trigger. Fine. Maybe I can try to make it public, not public. That's okay. Test it. Fine. So I'll send hi. So input will go here, as you can see. So it is bringing this chat. Now what is next? So a chat interface and a question. So maybe I'm sending a hi as of now. Apply a filter. Okay. So maybe it is giving me this many things: session ID, action, and chat. I don't want those things. I just want my chat. So what I will do, I'll try to apply a set filter over here. There are so many other filters as well. You will be able to find out, right? So set filter, and I'll do the field mapping. So first of all, let me connect so that it can see the input, and I can just drag and drop. So hi. Okay. So input is basically chat input. Okay. So this is going to be the name, and then this hi. This hi as a value. Okay. So this is the input. Now execute. Now what is the output? So it is not giving me session ID, action, or chat only chat input. So I'm able to apply the filter. Out of these three things, I'm picking up only one with the help of this particular node. Okay, this is done. Configuration is done. Now what is next? So next we have to call the agents. Yeah, we have to call the agents. So applied filter is done. We have to call the agents. So I'll just click over here, and I can try to search for agent. So here AI agent is something that you will be able to find out. Now click on this AI agent, and then this is the configuration. So see, this is how your AI agent looks like. By default, they are giving you three options: chat model, memory, and tool. By default, these three options, but these are not the only three options. I will show you there are other options as well, which is already available inside the agent. You just have to go and you just have to enable it. Yeah. So this is the agent tab. By default, three options are given. You can attach a chat model. You can try to attach a memory. You can try to attach a tool. As many as possible. You can try to attach even a multiple model. One is a primary model, one is a fallback model. That is possible, that you can try to attach it. Very simple. So here to this agent, what I will do, I will try to attach first of all chat model. Yeah, I'll try to attach a chat model. Now here you will be able to find out that they have given you a configuration with the limitation. Yeah, they have given you a configuration with the limitation. So basically they have given you all the famous platform integration only, and they have not given you a custom one. If you have to do a custom one, means Yuri, if you have to call as a chat model inside a agent, then you have to call maybe via a webhook, or else maybe just remove the agent part, the inbuilt agent part from here, just remove this node, And the way we were building an agent in Crew AI or in any other places, maybe a LangChain, maybe a Llama indexes, maybe LangGraph, in the exact same way build it. Means step by step. Attach a function, build an agent, call Yuri API, because we know how to call the Yuri API, right? So here I will be using an OpenAI chat model. I have already created a key for that. So maybe I can share this key. So this key will be active during this live classes. So this is a OpenAI API key, guys. Just keep it. So here, first of all, try to attach a chat model, and I will try to attach what? So first of all, I can try to create a credential. Click on create a new credential. Yeah, it is going to ask you for the API key. So API key which I have pinged it to you. So just paste it. So now save. So OpenAI API key I have already saved. Yeah. Now from the list, you can try to select any of this model. It will give you all the model which is available in my account, the key that you are using. Some of these models is a fine-tuned model by me, by the way. Yeah. So in my account, whatever models are available, it is going to show you all the models. So every model by default, you will be able to access. Even my custom model, which I have trained or I have fine-tuned, even that you will be able to find out. So see this FT, right? FT means fine-tuned model by me. So let's suppose I'm using a GPT 4.1 mini. Okay, that's cool. So this is the model and OpenAI account. So now it will be able to get a ChatGPT by default. Yeah, ChatGPT by default. This is the only thing. So now model is done. Now it is having a OpenAI chat model access. Okay, it is having a OpenAI chat model access. Fine. Tool wise, right? So what is the requirement that we have? So whenever I'm going to ask a question, it should access the tool Wikipedia tool. So LLM action is provided. Now it should call the Wikipedia tool, by the way. So, okay, Wikipedia tool. So click and then try to search on Wiki. So search in Wikipedia. This is available over here. So click and bring it. Fine. So this is just like a kind of a function. You don't have to do any kind of a configuration. By default, it is configured. So this node doesn't have any other parameter. Close it. So now Wikipedia tool I'm able to attach. If I would like to attach maybe a Serper API, I can click Serper for a Google search. So Serper. Yeah, Serper API Google search. See, it's available. I can try to attach even second tool as well. So here we have a Wikipedia tool I have attached. Memory I'm not attaching as of now. So LLM access and Wikipedia tool access is given to it, as you can see as per this diagram, right? Okay. Now let me do the agent configuration, by the way. So what is the agent configuration? So agent configuration wise, I have to set my input. I have to set my system prompt, user prompt. Yeah, because agent should know, right, what is the input which is coming. So agent should know that what is the input. So input is coming from where? Input is coming from this one, right? So this will go as an input into my agent. So I have to configure that. So let's click on this agent. Let's try to configure it. So here user will get what? So user will get basically this one. I can just drag and drop, right? So JSON.chat input. So hi, user will get this one. Now I can try to basically add over here a system message. So I can say that basically you are a helpful assistance. Whatever question will be asked, do one thing, go to Wikipedia and search for an answer and summarize it with all the bullet points, and give me a final output. Give me the final output. Output should not be more than in 200 words. Yeah. So this is the system prompt, the way we try to pass a prompt to any agent, even when we create it, right? So you can try to give as lengthy as possible. There is no restriction on top of this one, right? So you can try to, add as many lengthy prompt as possible. So just try to write some sort of a system prompt over here so that it will be able to understand that what it is supposed to do, right? So user message wise or user prompt wise, question will come over here. Now, how to act and what to do on this question. So that is something which I'm trying to give an instruction in a NLP manner, right? In my LLM manner. So I'm trying to give that one into this one. Yeah, this one. So now it will take like a hi, it will go on search on Wikipedia. Let me execute this step. There is nothing to search on Wikipedia. So here output is, hello, I can assist you today. If you have any question or need information, feel free to ask. So see, I have not done anything, right? This is my agent. It's a very smart agent, right? It is taking hi, right? It is taking hi, and it can understand easily that, okay, there is basically no, I would say, so there is basically no questions. So it is asking you that, okay, fine. So please ask the question. Yes, everyone? Yeah. So please ask the question. And technically it is able to access what? This chat model. As you can see, it's been tested. Now, if I'm going to say that, okay, who is Donald, or maybe tell me about Donald Trump. Fine. So this is the question. Now see, it is executing my Wikipedia, falling back to chat model, summarizing it. My agent has been called. So you will be able to see that flow, right? You will be able to see the flow. And here you will be able to see the flow once again. So when you have passed something to the AI agent in a log itself, when you have passed, so basically this is how the flow is. So going to the AI agent, then going to the chat model, right? It is trying to understand your questions with the help of chat model. Then it is able to understand that, okay, fine, you have to go to the Wikipedia and search something for that. And then again, whatever data which it is trying to pull from the Wikipedia, as per the instruction that give me everything into 200 words only, right? See, only in 200 words, right? I'm looking for some answer. So it is trying to send those data to the, again, chat model. So it is, you can see that it has been called 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. And it's a complete exact flow. What is happening inside the agent, how my agent is behaving in this call, everything you will be able to see it. So what happened here, what happened here, what happened here, right? So everything you will be able to see that, okay, it is giving me like answer in a bullet points. This is what I have mentioned somewhere in my system prompt, right? So every call. Now, if I'm going to ask, tell me about Elon Musk. Yeah. So now see the call, right? So one by one, it's like moving and calling, and then like it is able to give me the final bullet point as an output, as a part of this final one, right? So now if I'm going to show you, so this is output of the agent. And yeah, it is behaving in that same manner. I have given 200 words, right? So I believe it is like giving me all the responses in 200 words, right? So by calling my like a tools, which is nothing but a Wikipedia function, and by calling this one. Now, whatever answer which I have received, right? Whatever answer which I have received here, what I'm supposed to do? I have to send it over the mail. Yeah, there was a flow, right? I have to send it over the mail. So whatever answer which I have received, do one thing, send over the mail. So this is the output which I have received. That's cool. Now I'll try to call one more node, Gmail, right? Gmail, and then maybe I can even access Gmail as a tool. So let's suppose if agent, you are giving access of your Gmail, so it can fetch your Gmail message as well. So Gmail as a tool also I can try to use, and Gmail as a separate independent node. As tool means as a function, right? So which tool which will be attached to the agent, which only agent can access. Yeah, or maybe I can try to like send a message Gmail. We have already used it. So attach the Gmail account, or if you have already attached it, so it will be available as a credential message. So yeah, option send to. So send it to like a Sudhanshu@Euron.1. Yeah, subject maybe for now I'm giving dummy hi, body hi. Fine. Now execute a step. So fine, it is going to like give me the send. So this is tested. Now just try to attach it. Yeah, attach it. Run it once again, so that my data will be available. Yeah. So now I have run it. I have connected like agent to my mail. So it is having an input as a output as an input, right? So here, basically, like this message, let me map it. Yeah. So instead of sending hi, it will send what? The output that which it has received from the previous one, means from your agent. The previous node is basically nothing but it was an agent, right? So whatever message which I received from the previous one, it should send as a input. And the subject, maybe I can write it as a wiki search. If I have to parameterize something, I can try to parameterize something. Maybe if I have to send the question as an input, or I can send the question as well. So edit field, maybe I can try to map the question as a input. So you will be able to see subject as a question from a separate node. From which node? from previous to previous node, which was the agent field, right? So whatever question is coming, that I'm sending as a subject, and whatever answer is coming from the agent, that I'm sending as a message over here. So I have just like configured it over here, drag and drop, right? So I can select like any node, any previous node from here, drag and drop input field, and I can configure it. Okay. So as a HTML, now execute the steps. Okay. So executed the steps and it has been tested. Fine. Subject edit field high. So okay, something like that. Like, okay, let's keep it in this way. Fine. Now let me ask a question. Tell me about Elon Musk. So now everything is running. Right, everything is running and looks like it has sent a mail to me. And here I can see the log. So in my log, I am able to see everything. Now, if I will go and check my mail, see, just 0 minute ago, 11:15, which is now. Can I say I'm able to receive the subject? Subject as a question. Yes, guys, subject as a question I'm able to receive. And can I say that I'm able to receive even the output as an answer in my mail body? Yeah. So this entire flow is done. Yeah. So I'm able to parameterize everything just by like doing a drag and drop. Fine. So this is again, I'm able to like create it and I'm able to send a mail, whatever I'm searching, and I'm able to successfully use an agent in between, right? Successfully, I'm able to use an agent in between. So do we have a DB hook as well? Yes, we have everything. Everything means literally everything. All the tool they have created. This is one of the beautiful platform you will be able to find out. Why here Wikipedia, although we are using LLMs? I'm simply saying that, see, LLMs can generate the output. LLMs can do the calculation. But we are giving a special function access that don't give me an output from your knowledge. Give me an output from the Wikipedia. For example, let's suppose basically my model has been trained till yesterday. I became famous today, right? Now someone has published a Wikipedia page for me today. Do you think that your model will be able to give a response? Your LM will be able to give a response about me? No, right? Yes. This is where we are using tool. So my model here will understand my question. It will just summarize. This LLM is doing what? Just a summarization. It is not generating any kind of data. Just doing a summary, means final output as per the system prompt which I have given. Data which I am trying to fetch, data I am fetching from a Wikipedia. This is where I believe tools comes into a picture, right? We have done multiple, like we have used a tool multiple times. That's a use of tool, right? Let's suppose if I have to access your Gmail and read all the mails from last 10 days and then give a reply to all of these mail by using a like a chat model. So basically your LLMs will not be having access directly, right? You have to call a function which will, call your mail, which will try to fetch all of your mail and which will summarize it and give a response. Yeah. Tool is optional. Yes, tool is optional. You can remove it. That's okay. You can remove the tool and say that, okay, fine. So generate from a LLM directly. What is a memory? So I believe when I was talking about a LangChain, LangGraph, and then even a Crew AI, I talked about a buffer memory. I talked about a window memory. I talked about a summary memory. This is that memory. So I can try to attach a node over here and I can try to give a memory so that whenever I'm doing a chat or whenever my system is trying to give or produce some sort of a responses, it can refer to the memory, maybe from a memory summary, maybe from a Windows memory, maybe from this one. So just like a programming, right? Whatever we have done in a programming and whatever we have learned over there, it's not at all a different and not even a bit, not even an inch of a differences you will be able to find out when you are creating an agent over here in theory or even in practical. Yeah. How do you connect any external services or tools? See, I have already connected with the HTTP request, right? Yuri, can I say that the very first example which I have shown you, basically I have connected through the HTTP request. Yeah. So anything and everything is available over the HTTP. I can connect it. Anything and everything, if available as a webhook, I can call it. Yeah, that's the reason the very first example which I have shown you, that was a Yuri. Yuri was the complete external system, right? And yeah, so everything will be available as a REST API. So if it is available, just call it. Anything from any server. So let's suppose some tool is not given to you, some nodes are not given to you, but still I have to call that node. If still I have to build that kind of a node, still I have to fetch the responses, maybe from my custom one, right? A complete custom one. Not an issue. I can just call the HTTP request. I can call as a webhook. I will be able to do it as an API, because once if you are able to call the API, it simply means that you can call the entire world, basically, right? This is the meaning of the API. So hope you have liked it, right, guys? Yeah. This entire session, and hope all of you are able to do a demo. I will just like upload this JSON material so that you can try to follow along. And for today, just try to play with it, right? Because if you are going to play with it by creating a small application, maybe create some sort of Excel sheet, put some data into it, maybe try to read some sort of a PDF, maybe some Word document, anything that you do with the programming, just play with that, right? Over here, maybe try to create some schedule trigger. So in every 1 minute, it will keep on firing itself, and then try to make it active. Right. See, so this is how I can productionize it. Just make it active and it's a productionize, right? So just try to make it active, test each and everything, test your log. And initially you will face a lot of problems, right? Maybe in terms of configuration, it will not be able to like give you the correct result. But believe me, after spending 4 to 5 hours of time, just 4 to 5 hours, quality time, right? You will get used to it. And if you understand programming, well and good. It will be very easy for you, right? It will be very, very easy for you. And you can solve like anything. So tomorrow what I will do, I'll try to create couple of more workflow with the agentic workflow. So I will be using AI agent. I will try to add some sort of a memories over there. I will try to give an access of couple of more tools over there. So little bit bigger flow we are going to create tomorrow, as we are able to complete a basic today. And then if time allows, then I'll try to show you even a autogen. Autogen provide you two approaches. One with the code and one with the UI interface, similar kind of a UI interface. But believe me, after looking at N8N, you will not enjoy this autogen UI, by the way. Code might be, but yeah. So autogen UI interface, you are not going to enjoy at all. You will say that, okay, I'll not use it. I'll just use N8N. This is how this, okay. So yeah, I'm going to cover autogen tomorrow, by the way. So autogen provide you two things, just like a crew AI, right? Even crew provides you two things, one by code, one by UI interface, which is in a beta mode. In autogen, so again, like you can try to build everything with the code and you can try to build everything with the UI, both. What are the other competitor of N8N? So far, none for N8N. The way they have built this entire platform, it's literally awesome. Autogen is free. Yeah, it's basically local. So you just do a pip install autogen and your UI will pop up in your local and then you do it. I'll show you tomorrow. It's like a 2 minute to, make autogen UI available in your system. Just it takes 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I would say. I'll show it to you. But yeah, you will not love it. Believe me, after looking at N8N. Yeah, before N8N, if I would have shown you autogen, then you will say, okay, fine, wow, the autogen is good. But after showing N8N, if I'll show you like a autogen, then you will not like it. I'm using Yuri API in agent. You can't use it, by the way. You have to call it as a webhook. So just like that's a little bit of lengthy process. Just forget about the agent. The way you try to create it programmatically, then try to create the agent. Then it will work. Yeah. In case of Yuri, because you have to call via the HTTPS request. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is all about my today's class. Hope all of you have enjoyed it. Like I said, today I'm going to start one more batch, basically like a AI ML, where I'm going to discuss everything from the scratch. So if you are interested, if someone is interested, maybe you can join this AIML master, where I'm going to discuss everything from the scratch, starting from the Python. Those who are weak in Python, those who would like to do some sort of a revision of Python stats, ML, because core is core. Core is always important. ABCD is always important, and this is the ABCD of any like AI stuff. So yeah. And even we have created the WhatsApp group, so you can go and you can try to check the WhatsApp group. So I think we all know the drill, right? That we create a WhatsApp group for everything. Yeah. If we add a multiple tool, then we can define the sequence of the tool, or will they be simultaneous? Just tell me one thing, right, Anurava? When we create tools, when we give access to a tool in an agent while doing a programming in Crew, LangGraph, LangChain, anywhere, do we define a sequences? Yeah. Do we define sequences? What is the meaning of an agent, right? What is the meaning of an agent? Can I say that agent is nothing but a smart person, so which can try to pick and choose a tool automatically? Yeah. Same thing it will do. We don't define the sequences over here. Attach thousands of tools. It will pick automatically. Like I said, theory has not changed, neither the practical. Whatever we have learned so far, bit by bit, inch by inch, everything is true even here. Simple. Nothing has changed, literally nothing has changed. Not even a single concept of fundamentals, even when you are using a N8N. It's exact same, means exact same. Okay, fine guys. This is it from today's class. Can you share the N8N JSON file? Yeah, I'll just do it in a like a dashboard. Yeah, I'll just share all the N8N file inside your dashboard, and from there you can download it. So fine, those who have any kind of a question, please be here. Those who don't have a question, you can just leave it, and yeah, raise a hand if you have like any kind of a question. I'll just try to answer one by one to all of your question. Okay, so Uday, go ahead. Naresh, go ahead. Mukesh, go ahead. Yeah, all three.
हाय सर।
Yeah, hi, go ahead.
आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ, आ रही है.
सर एक्चुअली कुछ क्वेश्चंस निकाले थे मैंने।
हम्म.
पहला तो सर जैसे रैग में हम लोगों ने डिफरेंट डिफरेंट इंडेक्सेस को रैग से हमने डॉक्यूमेंट लेके आए।
हम्म.
वहाँ पर ये चैलेंज हमेशा आता है कि सर अगर दो तीन तरीके के डॉक्यूमेंट सेम है अगर रैग में,
हम्म.
तो लेट्स से हम जो भी डेटाबेस यूज कर रहे हैं वहां से ही गलत रिजल्ट आता है, तो
हम्म.
आगे का तो पूरा एलएलएम फ्लो एंड एवरीथिंग द
हम्म.
पाइपलाइन ब्रेक्स। तो
हम्म.
क्लाइंट विल ऑलवेज, अब उनको तो पता नहीं है कि वहां पे हम फेल हो रहे हैं।
हम्म.
तो हम सोच रहे थे कि वहां पे एक तो प्रॉम्प्ट के थ्रू क्लासिफिकेशन कर दें कि ये इंडेक्स के अंदर ही क्वेरी करो।
हम्म. हम्म.
बट मुझे लग रहा था कि क्यों ना एक एजेंटिक फ्लो बनाए वहां पे कि यूजर क्वेरी को देख के एजेंट बोले, लेट्स से मेरे पास चार इंडेक्स हैं,
हम्म.
कहीं पे फाइनेंस है, कहीं पे मेडिकल है, कहीं कुछ
हम्म.
है,
हम्म.
तीन चार इंडेक्सेस हैं हमारे
हम्म.
डेटाबेस के अंदर।
हम्म.
तो वहां पर एजेंट बताए कि ये क्वेरी जो है इसी इंडेक्स में क्वेरी करना चाहिए
हम्म.
हमको।
हम्म. हम्म.
तो इस तरीके का मतलब
हाँ, कर सकते हो, क्यों नहीं. एजेंट क्लासिफाई करेगा, आपका क्लासिफिकेशन को मैच करेगा, आपका जो क्लासेस है, नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस से, और वहीं जाके हिट करेगा. दैट इज द फर्स्ट अप्रोच. सेकंड अप्रोच कि आप मेटा मैनेज करो ना, मेटा डेटा. जनरली एजेंटिक भी यहाँ पर क्यों कॉल करना है, क्योंकि एक अननेसेसरी ओवरहेड आएगा आपके एलएलएम के ऊपर. इट्स बेटर कि आप वहाँ पर मेटा अच्छे से मेंटेन करो कि भाई इसका इस डेटा का क्लासिफिकेशन ये था, ये इस डेटा के डॉक्यूमेंट्स है, इसका चंक जो है वो बेसिकली इस डॉक्यूमेंट का पार्ट है. आप वैसे भी कर सकते हो मेटा मैनेजमेंट. जनरली हम लोग मेटा मैनेजमेंट करते हैं, तो उसके थ्रू
मतलब
हम लोग उसको एक्सेस, उसको हम लोग ज़्यादा अच्छे से कर सकते हैं.
मेटा मैनेजमेंट मतलब ये प्रॉम्प्ट के अंदर लिख देना?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, प्रॉम्प्ट के अंदर लिखना नहीं. जो भी आप डेटा इंसर्ट कर रहे हो ना अपने डीबी के अंदर, जो भी रॉ डेटा
हाँ
इंसर्ट कर रहे हो इन टर्म्स
हाँ
ऑफ एम्बेडिंग, तो उसके बाद
हाँ।
ऑलरेडी आपके पास ऑप्शन होता है ना कि उस डेटा का आप मेटा डेटा भी इंसर्ट करो साथ में.
ओके।
या
मेटा डेटा
विद
में
दैट
बट क्या क्या जाएगा, जैसे कंटेंट
मेटा डेटा
और
में आप जो भी मेटा डेटा बेसिकली इट्स नथिंग बट सिंपली अ की वैल्यू पेयर. सो वट एवर मेटा स्कीमा आप बनाओगे उसके साथ जाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम यहाँ बोलते हैं कि नहीं, एक डेटा हम स्टोर कर रहे हैं, उसका आईडी जाएगा, फिर आईडी जो है कुछ नंबर्स या कुछ हैश की हम जनरेट करके उसको भेजेंगे. उसके बाद फिर आप बोलेगे कि नहीं, इसमें ऑथर का नाम भी जाएगा. लेट्स सपोज कि आपने उसको बिल्ड किया है, या फिर ऑथर का नाम एज अ डॉक्यूमेंट जिसके तरफ से आ रहा है, जो सोर्स से आ रहा है, ठीक है, तो वो भी
राइट।
उसके अंदर अवेलेबल है, तो वो जाएगा. फिर पेज नंबर में भी आप बोलोगे कि इस पेज से हमने ये उठाया था, तो यहाँ पर ये भी जाएगा. तो वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट यू कैन जस्ट कॉन्फिगर इट एज पर योर यूज केसेस, एंड देन जब सर्च पर जाएगा तो आप मेटा फिल्टर भी लगाओ ना वहाँ पर डायरेक्टली, लाइक इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग अ सिमिलैरिटी सर्च विद द embedding. First go for the meta filter and then do the embedding search, कि उस मेटा से जितना मैच करे डेटा उतना निकाले पहले तो, एंड देन
अच्छा
उसमें से मैच करवाए.
अच्छा, ओके, मतलब ये जो डॉक्यूमेंट सोर्सेज की बात कर रहे हैं आप, जैसे
मतलब सो
मान के
मेटा,
चलो।
मेटा मतलब डेटा ऑफ डेटा, सिंपल डेफिनेशन वाइज, राइट. एंड
हाँ,
देन यू कैन कॉन्फ़िगर मेटा इन योर ओन वे. मतलब की वैल्यू पेयर आप डिसाइड कर
अब
सकते हो ना वहां पर, यू
अब
हैव अ
इसमें
कंट्रोल.
इसमें ये जैसे पीडीएफ पढ़े हैं, मान के चलिए एज्योर ब्लॉब में,
हाँ.
और हम इंडेक्सिंग, एक इंडेक्सर पाइपलाइन चलाते हैं जो
हम्म.
कि पूरे पूरे इंडेक्स कर देता है,
हाँ.
तो इसमें मेटा डेटा ऐड करने के लिए फिर मतलब कोड, ओके ठीक है, आई
अकॉर्डिंग.
थिंक आई गॉट
हाँ.
ये भी हम कर सकते हैं कि
एग्जैक्टली.
इंडेक्सिंग वाली जो पाइपलाइन है उसमें ही हम कुछ
हाँ.
मेटा डेटा
हाँ, तो
वहां से
बेसिकली क्या होगा ना कि आप की
नहीं
वैल्यू
कॉल।
सर्च पर जा रहे हो, इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग अहेड विद द होल डॉक्यूमेंट सर्च, आप की वैल्यू सर्च पर जा रहे हो जो कि लेस्ट कॉस्टली होगा.
राइट, राइट, ही कर सकते हैं। बाकी
हम्म.
ये एजेंट वाला भी एक बार
एजेंट
ऐसा
वाला
कुछ
यार मतलब
एग्जांपल।
क्या होता है ना कि एजेंट वाले में ना इट विल बी लाइक कॉस्टली ऑपरेशन. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे आपका डेटा बढ़ेगा ना वैसे वैसे इट विल बी लाइक बिकम अ वेरी कॉस्टली ऑपरेशन. ये देखो एजेंट क्या कर रहा है ना, एजेंट इज जस्ट समथिंग विच इज गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड योर लैंग्वेज, राइट. वो
राइट,
सर्च तो पूरे डेटा पर ही मारेगा ना.
हाँ,
आपको ऑप्टिमाइज क्या करना है, आपको खाली ऐसा नहीं है ना कि आप एक्यूरेट डेटा लेके आओगे. लेट्स सपोज कि कल को आपको 1 बिलियन डेटा सेट हो गया वहां पर, ठीक है, तो आप 1 बिलियन डेटा पर सर्च मारोगे नहीं, राइट. ठीक है, तो कल को अगर अगेन वो जाके प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट हो जाएगा आपके लिए. तो जस्ट टू लाइक अवॉइड दोज थिंग्स, गो अहेड विद द मेटा, ताकि फिल्टर आपका लाइक लेस कॉस्टली, लेस एक्सपेंसिव हो जाए. या ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मुकेश प्लीज गो अहेड.
Yeah, sir, I have two questions.
या.
One is जो अभी आपने बताया
हम्म.
कैसे LLM से integrate करके and
हम्म.
then
हम्म.
we got that output.
हम्म.
So likewise, like Wikipedia, we have a tools we
हम्म.
have selected, right?
हम्म.
So likewise, can we select a particular website where like all the information's available? Let's say Confluence kind of thing, where like
Your
in
private website, right? All the informations are
yes, yes.
available, and it should scrap the entire website. By the way, right? This is something that you're talking
Yes.
about. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Website or page by we have it,
हाँ.
and then we can go because whenever we search in the Confluence is same kind of Wikipedia itself, but
Hmm.
it's not like the tool they have given integrated here. Wikipedia as a globally, right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
the same kind of we have a internal page
Hmm.
where we can search and then we can get the results.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, you can
can
do
we?
it. Yeah.
Okay. And another use case is, let's say user are going to give us few inputs.
Hmm.
I wanted to create some service tickets or let's say a change request.
Hmm.
So they have given sort of predefined input and this agentic AI can create this service tickets or CR change request for them.
By accessing your tool, right?
Yes, by
Yeah.
accessing
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
tool,
Yeah.
service now is a kind of
That is
global.
that is possible. See, I'll show you one thing. Let me share my screen. See, let's close this part. If I'm going to click on this tool, right? So let's suppose if I'm going to ask code, COD code. Now they have given you a very simple plain option, that code. Now if you'll click on code, so here description, then you can select Python, JavaScript, and then simply write a code. So far we have been using a programming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now with the help of programming, can I say that I was creating a functions?
Yes.
And those functions can access my website. Those functions can access my anything which is available in the entire world. Yes, agree?
Yes. Yeah.
Now they have simply given you that one.
Okay, sir.
Write a function, right? It will access, and then you can attach that as a tool, code tool, and you can try to
Okay.
create hundreds of that. Hundreds means literally 100,000, whatever is your need. So simple. What they have done, so they know that there can be a thousands of system out there. They are already aware about it, and people are already aware about it. So just to mitigate all those thousands possibility, and just to give you a complete control, they have simply said that okay, do one thing, write your function here in your language, JavaScript or Python,
Yes.
right? And in this way, now you can write anything and everything. You can access the entire world, right? It doesn't matter whether it's available or even available in a N8N. Still, I can access it through a code. Just like I was like building a crew agent, I was building a lang graph agent. Again, over there, I was writing a functions, right? Tool means functions,
Yes.
and I was giving access. So simply they have given you this option, and this option is like one of the best option, one of the powerful option. Now after this option, I don't need anything actually. I don't have to even go and look into Wikipedia. Let's suppose this Wikipedia tool is not available. No issue at all. I'll simply write a code that go to Wikipedia and then fetch the data. Done. End of the story.
Mm. Yeah. Got it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sudhanshu.
Next. Yeah. Go ahead, please, Naresh. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Class was very good.
Thank you.
My basic question is, let's say, if you are building end-to-end product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be having so many APIs also.
Yes. True.
So do I need to keep my APIs separate in Python code and use only agentic thing here, or I can make APIs in N8N also?
API. So basically, you are saying that making a API in N8N
Yes.
means exposing some of the things as a
Yeah,
API.
because see, in the end-to-end application, I will be having login APIs. I will be having so many APIs. So those APIs I can keep in Python and use N8N only for agentic stuff, or can I completely build my system backend system completely in N8N?
No, it's not like that. So you can't like do it. It is having a limitation as a node, by the way. See, it's not about agentic or non-agentic. I have just shown you previous two approach, right? So where I was not even building an agent, I was just doing a small like a workflow completion where I was accessing the URI. So see, API means it will be available in any other system, right? Any other system, in any other languages, someone has written it. And the very first application which I have shown you, where I was accessing URI with the help of APIs, the very first application, right? If you remember, which I have shown it to you. Yeah, so this is the URI, right? So URI hit, URI chat hit. So here what I was doing. So I was just trying to call the URI API. So in the similar manner, doesn't matter where your API is, in which platform, call it HTTPS request option they have already given to you. Or even if you have to call it as a webhook. Webhook is nothing but also an API. But yeah, it will be triggered on some events, right? So when something is going to happen, so it is going to trigger. So you can expose even anything as a webhook. For example, this chat, when I say public, what is this? It's a webhook URL. That if someone is going to hit this one, right? If someone is going to hit this URL, the URL which I have shared with all of you, it's technically a webhook, technically API, right? So if someone is going to hit this URL, then this entire flow will be active.
No, I got it that. My question is like, let's say we are building URI system, right? So in URI, you have separate user module for sign up and login, right? And then let's say I wanted to access ATS in
Yes.
URI.
Yes.
So now my question is, my this user module will be in my server, and only ATS system I can keep it in N8N,
Yes.
or entire thing I can keep it in N8N.
No, you're basically like entire login model will be available in your system somewhere else as a separate service, and your ATS is here. Now what you can do, you can try to expose it as a embedding maybe, and then wrap it with your login.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, so that should be the approach. Basically, they provide you like a core backend automation kind of a things. But yeah, it's not like they can do everything.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
And the second question, does production systems they are hosting in N8N? Because I don't know companies how they access
they're
this kind of
claiming it.
things.
They are claiming it. Many people have already adopted it. So if I'll go to their website N8N, so yeah, there is a claim that people are using this entire things, like these many peoples. And I believe, some of the companies, how much in a production, I don't know, because see, production depends upon a tie-up as well. And now N8N became a big one, right? N8N became a big one. They have like so many inbuilt tie-up. They have done so many tie-up. So many companies you will be able to see it here, and like integrations, by the way. So maybe they must be using it. But I think it's a good tool to have, and then good tool to even use it in a day-to-day life.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and even to build some sort of a quick MVPs, or I would say a quick automation for your customer if you are doing some freelancing job.
I can think of that, because MVP are very much easy because you don't need to spend more than half an hour.
Yeah, I mean, like if steps are clear in your brain, right? Drag and drop, done.
Yeah.
Yes, with everything.
Thank
So
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
and one more thing, they have also given you, if you'll go to a community forum. So not this one, use cases. Yeah, not talk to sales. They have somewhere like example, browse all integration. Yeah, so here you can come and not integration examples. Let me show you that I have saved a couple of examples, which is my favorite. Okay. Yeah. So for example, so viral AI video, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, right? Send it a message to the TikTok, Instagram. So here you will be able to find out a lot of template which people have built. Even you can build a template and publish it for sales, IT ops, marketing. So here what you have to do, someone has already built it. You just have to click over there. You just have to use it for free, and then like go and start customize it according to your credential and need. Just like I have shared the template, right? I have shared the JSON file. So technically this is the JSON file. So many people have already created so many workflows, 1700 something they're claiming, right? Or maybe 2000. They have created it, and then click it, use it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so fine everyone. I think we don't have any kind of a question, so we'll try to wrap up this session. So with that, yeah. Imtiaz, you have a question? Go ahead. Uday, you have a question?
Sir,
Yes.
Yeah, Uday, go ahead please.
सर एक्चुअली एक तो ये क्वेश्चन पूछना था, इससे थोड़ा अलग है। सर ये फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस जो होते हैं सिस्टम्स में, उसको रोबस्टली कैसे मतलब विद एक्यूरेसी हैंडल करना चाहिए?
फॉर एग्जाम्पल,
लेट्स से कोई भी चैटबॉट हम बनाते हैं, व्हाट इज द सैलरी एंड हाउ अबाउट मे बी द लीव पॉलिसी, तो दे आर रेफरिंग टू प्रीवियस कंपनी की बात हो रही है। तो ये फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस यूरी में बहुत अच्छे तरीके से, मतलब हम कोई भी फॉलो अप पूछते हैं तो वो समझ जाता है। तो ये फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस को
मेमोरी
हैंडल करने की
मेमोरी मेमोरी
स्ट्रेटजी।
मेमोरी ओनली मेमोरी
ओके,
मेमोरी समराइजेशन, तभी तो आप वो रिस्पॉन्स दे पा रहे हैं ना, कि हर बार हम चैट जब कर रहे हैं ना, जब प्रॉम्प्ट डाल रहे हैं, साथ में मेमोरी भी भेज रहे हैं उसको, कि पहले ये बात हुआ था।
ओके, तो ये मेमोरी वो इसका फ्रेमवर्क आप सजेस्ट करेंगे लैंगचेन में जो है
लैंगचेन में मेमोरी ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है ना आपके, बहुत सारे बफर मेमोरी अवेलेबल है, विंडोज मेमोरी अवेलेबल है, समरी मेमोरी अवेलेबल है, उसके बाद फिर ये आई थिंक केवी मेमोरी वहाँ पर अवेलेबल है, की वैल्यू कैचे मेमोरी अवेलेबल है। तो ये अवेलेबल है ऑलरेडी, हमने बताया भी है क्लास के अंदर, वैसे बताया कि
हाँ
हमने यूज़ भी किया है।
हाँ, यस
ठीक
सर।
है।
दूसरा ये N8N जिस तरीके के ये हैं,
हाँ,
अगर कंपनी में इसका अडॉप्शन होता है तो फिर ये अकाउंट्स कैसे होते हैं, इसका इंटीग्रेशन कैसे होता है? मतलब
इंटीग्रेशन
जैसे
कुछ नहीं,
हमारे
देखो मल्टीपल सर्विसेज आपकी चल रही है बैकएंड में, बहुत सारी सर्विसेज आपको इंटीग्रेट करके एक वर्कफ्लो बनाना है। ठीक है, तो सिंपल यहाँ पर एक वर्कफ्लो बन गया, यहाँ पर आप जाके यूजर मैनेज कर सकते हो सेटिंग के अंदर, कि एडमिन पैनल के अंदर बेसिकली कि लाइक किसको क्या एक्सेस रहेगा, जस्ट लाइक एनी अदर प्लेटफॉर्म, राइट, जहाँ पर यूजर मैनेजमेंट होता है, ऑथेंटिकेशन होता है, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह, हर चीज़ को आप सिक्योर कर सकते हो, एंड देन मेक इट एक्टिव लाइव। ठीक है, ताकि ये प्रोसेस जो है बैकएंड में अपने आप चलते रहे। हमने बोला था ना ट्रिगर, तो यहाँ पर चैट से आप ट्रिगर कर रहे हो, या फिर आप शेड्यूल कर दो, तो प्रोसेस चल रहा है अपने आप, हर जिस तरह से आपने शेड्यूल किया कि हर दिन उसको चलना है, तो डेटा लाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, देन फिर यहाँ पर जाके पहुँचना है, एवरीथिंग इट विल डू सिंपल, जस्ट लाइक एनी अदर ऑटोमेशन प्लेटफॉर्म।
अच्छा, जैसे हम गेटअप यूज करते हैं, वहां पे सबके एक्सेसेस होते हैं।
सब कुछ आप मैनेज कर सकते हो यहाँ पर, आप यूजर मैनेजमेंट पूरा कर सकते हो यहाँ पर।
अच्छा सर, जैसे हमारा यूज केस है कि सर्च इंजन जैसा एक हम बना रहे थे, तो वहां पे अलग अलग सोर्सेस का डेटा को हम इंडेक्स करके डेटाबेसेस में भेजते थे। तो ये बार बार क्या होता है, हमको इंडेक्सिंग पाइपलाइन चलानी पड़ती है। जैसे नया डेटा आ गया क्लाइंट बिल से कि भाई मैंने कुछ डेटा डाला है, तो फिर वो इंडेक्सिंग पाइपलाइन पूरा
क्यों
चलेगा।
चलाते हो? क्रॉन जॉब शेड्यूल कर लो ना आप वहाँ पर, क्रॉन जॉब शेड्यूल कर लो, या फिर कोई भी शेड्यूल आप यूज कर लो, लाइक एयरफ्लो आप यूज कर लो वहाँ पर। आपके करंट जॉब में सिंपल थिंग इज कि इधर शेड्यूल थ्रू अ क्रॉन, जो कि सारे जगह अवेलेबल है आपके सारे लाइक CMD कमांड में, एंड अदरवाइज लाइक ट्राई टू यूज बेसिकली लाइक एनी काइंड ऑफ अ शेड्यूलर, एयरफ्लो यूज कर लो। अगर आप N8N यूज कर रहे हो तो उसमें हमने आपको बताया है कि बाय डिफॉल्ट यहाँ पर क्लिक करो, उसके बाद फिर लाइक शेड्यूल ट्रिगर ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर अवेलेबल है, जहाँ पर आपके डे मंथ मिनट जो आप बोलोगे उस टाइम पर वो शेड्यूल करेगा, उस टाइम पर अपने आप वो कॉल कर लेगा। या फिर आपको चाहिए कि नहीं शेड्यूलर वाइज नहीं हो, जब डेटा अराइव हो तभी वो वहाँ पर हो, तो उसके भी ट्रिगर अवेलेबल है। ठीक है, ट्रिगर देखिए यहाँ पर, वो तो हम बताया ना, हमने क्लास में आज भी बताया था। ठीक है, सारे ट्रिगर अवेलेबल हैं, MQTT ट्रिगर अवेलेबल है, काफका ट्रिगर की कब काफका के थ्रू डेटा आएगा तब आएगा। कोई आप फाइल वॉचर रखना है, या लाइक कोई आपको ड्राइव वॉचर रखना है, तो आप एक ड्राइव वॉचर के लिए कोड लिख दो, और वो ट्रिगर तभी करेगा जब उसमें कुछ डेटा आएगा। एनीथिंग कैन बी पॉसिबल, तो हम लोग करते ही हैं। कौन चलाता है आजकल मतलब जाके मैनुअली? आई डोंट थिंक एनीवन इज डूइंग इट, एंड इफ यू आर डूइंग इट आई थिंक यू आर डूइंग इट रॉन्ग।
यस, एक्चुअली गिटलैब में हम लोग जस्ट अब ये शेड्यूलर हमने इम्प्लीमेंट किया है, तो अब एक बटन पे वो मतलब वो शेड्यूलर खुद ही टाइमिंग बेसिस पे ट्रिगर हो जाता है। बट ये मुझे और भी एडवांस लग रहा था, इससे थोड़ा सा क्लाइंट को
इवेंट,
भी लगेगा कि
हाँ
एक
सिर्फ,
एजेंटिक।
हाँ सिर्फ टाइम के ऊपर क्यों, आप इवेंट के ऊपर ट्रिगर कर लो ना कि भाई ये डेटा आएगा तो ये ट्रिगर कर दो, ठीक है, तो टाइम के बेसिस पर करेगा ही नहीं, मतलब डेटा तुरंत अवेलेबल, जैसे ही वहाँ आया डेटा वैसे ही आगे भेज देगा उसको प्रोसेस करने के लिए। जनरली हम लोग इवेंट बेस्ड भी करते हैं, इवेंट बेस्ड ही करते हैं जनरली आजकल, या टाइम बेस्ड भी, जैसा आपका यूज केस है।
राइट, आई थिंक वहाँ पे इसका एक परफेक्ट यूज केस बन रहा है, तो वी कैन सजेस्ट क्लाइंट को एक
हाँ,
मतलब बना के कि इस तरीके से। अब इसमें सर कॉन्फ्लुएंस, जीरा, ये सब सोर्सेस भी
अरे
है?
पूरा अवेलेबल है भाई, जीरा सर्च सी, जीरा
अच्छा।
अवेलेबल है, क्या अवेलेबल नहीं है यहाँ पर, सी जीरा का जितना भी एंड पॉइंट्स होंगे ना सारे अवेलेबल हैं,
हाँ, आई थिंक वहाँ
सब
पे
सब कुछ अवेलेबल है इसके अंदर।
फिर ये बहुत इजी भी हो जाएगा, और एक
हम्म,
हमको भी सीखने को भी मिल जाएगा क्लाइंट।
बहुत इजी भी है सीखना, सीखना क्या करना इजी है एक्चुअली इसमें। क्रेडेंशियल अगर हैंडी हैंडी हो ना, फटाफट आप सब कुछ लाइक वन बाय वन मैप कर दोगे।
राइट सर, एक
सर
प्रॉब्लम ये भी
वेक्टर
हो रही
डीबी
है कि
अवेलेबल नहीं है, बस वेविएट अवेलेबल है, क्या बात कर रहे हो यार, वेक्टर डीबी अवेलेबल नहीं, कौन बोला वेक्टर डीबी, सर्च किया आप हैं, वेक्टर डीबी अवेलेबल नहीं है, कौन सा अवेलेबल नहीं है वेक्टर डीबी, क्वाड्रेंट है, मिनीवर्स है, वेविएट है, पाइनकोन है, मोंगो वेक्टर का है, पोस्टग्रेस वेक्टर है, सारे तो अवेलेबल है यहाँ पर। क्रोमा डीबी या क्रोमा डीबी वो सेल्फ होस्टेड अभी अभी हुआ है, जहाँ पर वो सर्वरलेस आया है, तो क्रोमा डीबी का इन्होंने बनाया नहीं है, आप सीधे कोड करके कॉल कर लो उसको, कोड कोड टैब अवेलेबल है ना आपके पास है। फेसबुक या सिमिलरिटी सर्च, यार ये गलत क्वेश्चन है एक्चुअली, इतना पढ़ाने के बाद तो कम से कम ये बेवकूफ़ वाली क्वेश्चन हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, ठीक है। सिंपल सा, फेसबुक या सिमिलरिटी सर्च हम लोग क्या कर रहे थे, हम लोग लोकल में उसको होस्ट कर रहे थे, राइट। यहाँ पर ये क्या दे रहा है, ये बस कनेक्टर नोड दे रहा है, ये होस्ट नहीं कर रहा है, नन ऑफ द सर्विसेज, राइट। कोई भी ये सर्विस होस्ट कर रहा है N8N नहीं, क्या ये कर रहा है, आपको कनेक्टर दे रहा है कि आप वहां पर एंड पॉइंट जोड़ोगे ना। जहां तक बात है क्रोमा एंड फासी का, तो जनरली फेसबुक या सिमिलरिटी सर्च अगर हम बात करें, वो हम लोग किसमें होस्ट करते हैं, अपने सिस्टम में, भले वो अपना लोकल हो भले वो अपना क्लाउड हो। क्यों देगा यहाँ पर ये, कॉल करना है अगर आपको, आपने क्लाउड पर अपना फेसबुक या सिमिलरिटी सर्च होस्ट किया है, वहां से अगर आपको कॉल करना है कोई बात नहीं, उसको एक्सपोज करो एज एपीआई, कॉल कर लो एज HTTPS रिक्वेस्ट। इतना तो बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए ना, इतनी सारी क्लासेस लेने के बाद, एपीआई अंडरस्टैंड करने के बाद, ठीक है, कि क्यों अवेलेबल है क्यों अवेलेबल नहीं है।
यस सर, एक एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन था
Navneet asking, I have one question. Can I
सर।
solve using this? I can automate the Excel sheet data to PPT summary data. Obviously, you can solve it. So, like Excel sheet तो by default ही यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है, यहाँ पर Excel sheet convert to file, extract from file, Microsoft Excel connector. Now you can like call each and everything from the Excel over here, right? And maybe if I have to save it into some other file, maybe like a PowerPoint. I don't think कि PowerPoint का direct tab दिया हुआ है. You have a docs by the way. Yeah, Microsoft SharePoint दिया ही हुआ है. तो डाल दो इसके अंदर जहां भी डेटा आपको स्टोर करना है। शेयर पॉइंट का ऑप्शन दिया, पावर पॉइंट नहीं है, डॉक्स है बाय द वे।
सर
हाँ
सर एक लास्ट लास्ट क्वेश्चन था
हाँ।
मेरा। सर मतलब मैं भी ऐसे समझ पा रहा हूँ कि ये ओपन एआई हम लोग यूज कर रहे थे तो एलएलएम इंटेलिजेंस पे हो गया।
हम्म,
पर अभी आपने, अगर अभी यहाँ पे कस्टम ट्रेनिंग आपने कुछ दिखाए थे कि फाइन ट्यून मॉडल्स को भी
वो तो मेरे
एक्सेस करने
अकाउंट में,
दे।
ये तो मेरे अकाउंट में था ना अवेलेबल, यहाँ तो मेरे अकाउंट में ऑलरेडी है, ये जो अकाउंट हम कनेक्ट किए हुए हैं, इस
राइट।
अकाउंट के अंदर सी N8N इज नॉट होस्टिंग एनीथिंग, ठीक है, वो आपको बस कनेक्टर दे रहा है, वो कनेक्टर होस्ट कर रहा है, वो कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होस्ट कर रहा है बेसिकली।
ओके।
समझ
ओके।
रहे हो आप ना, ठीक
राइट।
है, वो बस कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होस्ट कर रहा है, वो कुछ रियल फिजिकल होस्ट नहीं कर रहा है। ये मॉडल के लिए मेरे को फिजिकल इंस्टेंस चाहिए ना, जहां पर रन करे, जहां पर मेमोरी हो, जहां पर कंप्यूट हो,
राइट।
ठीक है। तो
राइट।
N8N आपको कंप्यूट चार्ज करता है जस्ट फॉर व्हाट, जस्ट फॉर होस्टिंग दैट फ्लो, जो आपने फ्लो क्रिएट किया है, जो आपको आप 10 जगह के सिस्टम को, पूरी दुनिया को आपने जो कनेक्ट किया है, ठीक है।
राइट।
फाइन ट्यून वाला तो ये थोड़ी ना मेरे यहाँ अवेलेबल है, ये तो मेरे अकाउंट में अवेलेबल है, दैट्स द रीजन। सो जब हम आप अगर अपना यहाँ पर एपीआई की दोगे, आपको नहीं दिखेगा ये, ठीक है, क्योंकि
हाँ,
आपके
राइट।
अकाउंट में शायद
राइट।
फाइन ट्यून नहीं होगा, ठीक है। तो
राइट।
आपको बाय डिफॉल्ट जो मॉडल दिया है ओपन एआई ने, आपको सिर्फ
राइट।
डिफॉल्ट वाले मॉडल दिखेंगे। तो बेसिकली ये सब होस्टेड N8N में नहीं है, ये होस्टेड वहां से है, वहां से उठा के लेके आ रहा है वो,
राइट। राइट
आफ्टर
सर, मैं
कनेक्टिंग।
बस यही पूछ रहा था कि हम भी कस्टम ट्रेनिंग जो भी हम आगे फाइन ट्यूनिंग वगैरह पढ़ेंगे
हाँ चैप्टर में है
तो।
ना आपके ऑलरेडी,
हाँ।
आई थिंक
तो
नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट
तब,
टॉपिक है वो।
राइट, तब फिर हम अपने कस्टम भी मतलब इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे कुछ भी बनाया है हमने कस्टम।
हाँ तो फाइन ट्यूनिंग मॉडल मेरा दिख रहा है वहां पर ना, हम कस्टम यूज कर सकते हैं। लेट्स
यस।
सपोज कि हमने कहीं अपने जीपीयू के ऊपर होस्ट किया है, कोई बात नहीं।
राइट।
हमने आपको पहला वाला एग्जांपल इसलिए दिखाया था HTTP वाला, क्योंकि जब आप जानते हो HTTP जो पहला, विच वाज द वेरी फर्स्ट एग्जांपल, राइट, जो HTTP वाला हमने दिखाया था, कहाँ गया, हाँ यूरी चैट ये वाला, इसका दिखाने का मतलब ही यही था कि यू कैन हिट एनी HTTP,
यस
मीन्स एनी एपीआई, अब भले वो किसी और सर्वर पर चल रहा हो, कहीं भी चल रहा हो, जैसे कि यूरी HTTP रिक्वेस्ट के थ्रू हम कॉल किए ना इसको, इसका
राइट
मतलब है
यस
कि हम दुनिया के सारे सिस्टम को कॉल कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर. दिस वाज द रीजन आई हैव शोन यू वेरी फर्स्ट एग्जांपल एज दिस वन. यूरी की, आप यूरी कॉल कर लो, आप दुनिया के सारे सिस्टम को कॉल कर सकते हो, क्योंकि सारे
यस
सिस्टम में जहां भी एपीआई यूज होगा वहां पर आपका एंड पॉइंट होगा, वहां पर आपका ऑथ होगा और वहां पर आपका पेलोड होगा.
राइट राइट
राइट, एपीआई में इतना ही होता है ना.
राइट यस सर
ठीक है, ठीक है, तो फिर आप इसको कॉल कर सकते हो, तो आप दुनिया को कॉल कर सकते हो.
थैंक्स सर थैंक्स ये
Yeah,
थैंक्स फॉर द वंडरफुल सेशन एज वेल सर
yeah,
थैंक्स
thank you. Okay, next, yeah, Rakesh, go ahead. Yeah, yeah, Rakesh, I think your voice is low. Hello, Imtiaz, you can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. First of
Yeah,
all, thank you for the wonderful session.
thank you. Yeah,
So I have a use case, and I didn't have the courage to start N8N. Thanks for your
okay.
demonstration. So I will start definitely. So the use case is that's a recruitment firm.
Uh-huh.
They usually post ads in LinkedIn and somewhere
Yes,
else
yes.
and get emails.
Huh.
The first thing is whenever there is an email,
Huh.
they will shoot another email to the person that how many years of JavaScript experience you have, do you know Pinecone, something like that. So first of all, so from email, we will have send them an email, and when they reply, then there will be a bot to call them to have because there is some fictitious participant, so they said that calling is the best thing. So for call, I have found that they have integration with 11 labs. So is this a two separate agents, sir, or we can have it in the single workflow? Like
You
one
can,
is getting email and then calling them.
no, in both the way you can have it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for my building purpose, shall I first prepare two separate agents, then connect with here?
You can try to prepare two separate agent. Means agent wise, you can try to prepare n number of agents, right? So you can try to prepare two separate agent, or maybe you can try to create one agent, give a multi-tool access to one agent.
Multi-tool you said, sir?
Multi-tool means multiple function access, multiple like application access to one agent itself. So agent will decide automatically. This is the meaning of agent, right? Agent means it is having a decision-making ability, right?
Decision-making ability.
Yeah, so you can try to give a multiple tool access to one agent, or maybe like here I'm giving it, right? So say let's suppose there is a code tool, there is a Wikipedia tool. It will decide when to use code, when to use Wikipedia. It's not my job. It's basically this agent's job.
Right. And sir, for the question bank, like that, if it is a JavaScript related post, so for shall we ask the agent to prepare, or we will?
You can ask agent to prepare that. Okay, fine. So this is the candidate. This is the resume. So based on this resume, parse it, match it, and then try to generate one question. And to generate a question, use one of the tool which I have given you as an access.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm calling from New York. It is just after 2:30 a.m. I'm just waking up to.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah, that shows that shows dedication, and I hope you are learning something.
Definitely, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Sir, N8N के होते हुए, okay, let me give an answer to Rudra. So, sir, N8N के होते हुए, why anybody will go for LangChain, LangGraph? Yeah, देखो क्या है ना. See, I'll tell you one thing. There are in a market there are a lot of like a CRM provider. ठीक है, Zoho is also providing, Salesforce is also providing, Oracle is also providing, and SAP is also providing. Right now, everyone is having their client base since last 20-30 years. ठीक है, Zoho exists since last 26 years. Salesforce and all the other companies exist even more than that. So CRM, HRM, FIFO system मिल रहा है. गूगल के जीमेल प्रोवाइडर की अगर बात करें, लेट्स फॉरगेट अबाउट सीआरएम, बहुत लोग सीआरएम नहीं समझेंगे शायद, कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, राइट, और ईआरपी सॉल्यूशन. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट जीमेल. सो बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म हैं जो आपको मेल प्रोवाइड करते हैं. हॉटमेल भी है, जीमेल भी है, और रेडिफ मेल भी है. ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं. ठीक है, वेयर यू कैन गो, यू कैन ट्राई टू क्रिएट योर basically like emails, right? And you can send a mail to anyone, communicate with anyone. Now बहुत सारे ऐसे आपको solution मिल जाएंगे. बहुत सारे like जो vendors हैं, they're providing you LLMs. ठीक है, ChatGPT, OpenAI एक हो गया, फिर आपका Perplexity हो गया, Gemini हो गया, Facebook भी provide कर रहा है आपको, ट्विटर एक्स बेसिकली ग्रुप प्रोवाइड कर रहा है आपको, राइट? नाउ विच वन यू आर यूजिंग, राइट, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन मल्टीपल फैक्टर. मे बी आपके पास बिजनेस जो था, जो कंपनी थी, वो पहले रीच आउट कर ली, आपको अच्छा लग गया, आप स्टक हो गए एज अ यूजर, एज अ बिजनेस यूजर और मे बी एज अ इंडिविजुअल यूजर, दोनों. तो वो आपका फेवरेट बन गया. अब आप वो उसको बहुत लंबे टाइम तक यूज करते जाओगे, राइट? तो नाउ यू बिकम अ कस्टमर ऑफ दैट. ठीक है. हो सकता है कि आपको कुछ फीचर पसंद आ गए हों. ठीक है, कोई नया प्लेयर आया मार्केट में, कोई फीचर पसंद आ गया, नहीं हम तो उसके पास जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो फिर इस तरह से आप उसके कस्टमर हो गए. तो इस तरह से क्या है ना कि ये सारी कंपनियां जो हैं, वो लैंग चेन हो, लैंग ग्राफ हो, क्रू एआई हो, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑटोजेन हो, ठीक है, ओपन एआई भी अभी एजेंट वाला लॉन्च कर दिया है, ठीक है, तो उसका हो, N8N हो, सब आपको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, सब आपको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. कोर कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? कोर क्या है उसके बीच में? एजेंट. ठीक है, कि भाई आप एजेंट यहां बना सकते हो. अब हम किसको चूज करेंगे? ठीक है, तो हम आप अभी तभी ना बोल पा रहे हो. लेट्स सपोज कि आप N8N आप बोल रहे हो, बेसिकली रुद्रा इज सेइंग कि भाई हम बाकी क्यों करें, N8N तो मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है, ठीक है ना, इतना ब्यूटीफुल टैब हम नोट्स वगैरह बना ले पा रहे हैं, तो मेरे को मजा आ रहा है इसको करने में, आई एम लाइक एंजॉइंग इट एंड इट्स लुक्स लाइक वेरी इजी, राइट? एंड एक्चुअली में इजी है. बट आपने ऑलरेडी देखा है कंपेयर, राइट, कि आप बेसिकली आपको शायद कोडिंग पसंद नहीं होगा, तो मे बी लैंगचे में थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी आ रहा होगा, लैंग्रा में थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी आ रहा होगा, क्रू ए वाला जो कोडिंग पार्ट था उसमें डिफिकल्टी आ रहा होगा. बट जब हमने आपको दिखाया था क्रू ए का वो पूरा बेसिकली विद यूआई इंटरफेस, शायद वो आपको अच्छा लग गया था ज़्यादा, और ये आपको उससे ज़्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है. ठीक है, अब हम इसके बाद माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑटोजन दिखाएंगे यूआई में ही, फिर भी आप बोलोगे नहीं यार N8N ज़्यादा अच्छा है, ज़्यादा कन्वीनियंट है. तो बेसिकली क्या होता है ना कि आप ये क्यों बोल पा रहे हो, कैसे बोल पा रहे हो? व्हेन यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. हम आपको सिर्फ दिखाते, लेट्स सपोज कि आई एम अ कंपनी, राइट, एंड यू आर माय एम्प्लॉय, सो आई एम फोर्सिंग यू कि नहीं लैंग चेन ही यूज करो, कुछ भी हो जाए. ठीक है, भले तुम लाइक मर जाओ कोड लिखते लिखते, बट तुमको तो लैंग चेन ही यूज करना है, उसके अलावा कोई यूज नहीं करने देंगे तुमको हम. एज अ कंपनी आई एम टेलिंग यू, राइट? क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा टाई अप है, मेरे कंपनी ने कुछ डील किया हुआ है लैंग के साथ कि भाई हम आपका ही फ्रेमवर्क यूज करेंगे. ठीक है, तो आपकी मजबूरी हो जाएगी अब तो एज अ डेवलपर. आप तो कुछ और, आपको N8N आता है, ठीक है, आपको ये भी पता है कि N8N उससे अच्छा है, आप क्या करोगे एज अ डेवलपर? आप तो लैंग्वेज नहीं यूज करोगे ना, क्योंकि कंपनी ने आपको फोर्स करा है. आपके सारा प्रोडक्ट का स्टैक, प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज भी ऐसे देखोगे, प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज बहुत सारे हैं, राइट? एंड इन एवरी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज वी कैन डू एवरीथिंग एक्चुअली. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि एक खराब है एक अच्छा है. हाँ, स्पीड, कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, वो सब अलग चीजें हैं, ठीक है, बट प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सब कुछ, सारे प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज हम यूज कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी बना सकते हैं जो हमारी मर्जी. बट स्टिल वी स्टिक टू वन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू अ प्रोजेक्ट. ऐसा नहीं कि सारा हम खिचड़ी पका दें वहां पर, है ना? तो यही होता है मार्केट में जब मल्टीपल कॉम्पिटिटर होते हैं. अगर आपकी कंपनी ने अडॉप्ट कर लिया कि भाई हम तो क्रू के साथ जा रहे हैं, तो आपको जाना पड़ेगा, आपकी मजबूरी है वो. अगर आपकी कंपनी ने अडॉप्ट कर लेंगे नहीं हम N8N के साथ जा रहे हैं, तो अगर आपको N8N ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप पसंद नहीं, लेट्स सपोज कि हम डेवलपर हैं, मेरे को कोड लिखना बड़ा पसंद है, ठीक है ना, आई लव राइटिंग अ कोड एंड डिबगिंग इट. ठीक है, मेरे को सुबह 4 बजे तक बैठना बहुत मजा आता है कोड डिबग करते हुए एंड सिस्टम बिल्ड करना. और मेरे को इस तरह के ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप पसंद नहीं आते हैं, बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी पीपल, इफ यू गो एंड टॉक टू डेवलपर्स, कोडर्स, हार्डकोर डेवलपर्स, दे विल से कि यार ये तो ठीक है ना, इसको हम कोड लिख के भी कर देंगे. ठीक है, आप बोलोगे आधा घंटा, वो बोलेगा हम भी आधे घंटे में कर देंगे, मेरा एक्सपर्टाइज है इसमें. ठीक है, हम भी आधे घंटे, टेक्निकली पॉसिबल है अगर कोई एक्सपर्ट है तो उसके लिए. ठीक है, कर सकता है कोई भी. तो फिर लाइक, तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन माई लाइक्स डिसलाइक्स, राइट, कि हम ये चूज कर सकते हैं एज इंडिविजुअल. बट जब आप कंपनी में काम करोगे आपके पास चॉइस नहीं रहेगी, आप कंपनी बोलेगी हमारा टाई अप इससे है, ठीक है, करो, आप वो करना पड़ेगा. तो आपको जानना क्या चाहिए? आपको जानना सब चाहिए. फिलॉसफी वाइज अगर हम बात करें, सब में सेम फिलॉसफी ही है. आप एक समझ गए, आप सब समझ गए. ठीक है, जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट कि हाउ मच यू हैव प्रैक्टिस, थोड़ा थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस कर लो, हो गया. क्योंकि फिलोसफिकली कुछ तो चेंज हो ही नहीं रहा है यहां पर, राइट? तो दैट इज द रीजन इवन इन माई सिलेबस आई हैव केप्ट एवरीथिंग, कि आपको जानना सब कुछ चाहिए. कल को इंटरव्यू में जाए लोग पूछ दे कि अच्छा N8N में एजेंट बनाना आता है, ठीक है, वो लोग अरे यार हम तो लैंग में बनाए थे, लैंग में बनाए थे, N8N में क्या होता है मेरे को पता ही नहीं है, कुछ तो होता होगा डिफरेंट. जबकि यहां बना के देखे तो कुछ नहीं था, सेम ही था. ठीक है, बहुत ईजी था. तो इसीलिए व्हाट यू शुड डू एंड व्हाट यू शुड नो, यू शुड नो एवरीथिंग, यू शुड एक्सप्लोर एवरीथिंग, राइट, बिकॉज यू आर टेकी, दैट्स अ स्किल, राइट, ताकि किसी में आप काम कर सको. होप आई एम एबल टू आंसर टू योर क्वेश्चन रुद्रा. राइट, कि भाई हम कर तो सब में सब सकते हैं, N8N क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं? Yeah, go ahead, like Arman, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, sir, I'm audible.
Yeah, you are able.
तो सर एज जैसे आपने बोला कि एवरीथिंग वी नीड टू लर्न वी कैन डू एवरीथिंग, तो फिर जो क्रू एआई एजेंट में हमने जो वर्कफ्लो बनाया था
हाँ
रेज्यूमे पास आउट तो सेम कैन बी बिल्ड विद एनी।
एकदम सेम, एग्जैक्ट सेम बना के दिखा भी देंगे आपको कल, ठीक है, एकदम सेम, सब
ठीक
पॉसिबल
है,
है,
ठीक है सर, वेटिंग फॉर
ठीक है।
दैट सर।
अरे जो आप सोच सकते हो ना, सी सिंपली ऑटोमेशन का मतलब ये होता है व्हाट एवर आई कैन थिंक इफ आई एम एबल टू ब्रेक इट डाउन आई कैन बिल्ड इट, ठीक है।
ओके
पॉसिबिलिटी नॉन पॉसिबिलिटी इज जस्ट अ स्टेट ऑफ माई माइंड, मे बी दैट विल टेक 2 hours ऑफ टाइम फॉर मी बट आई कैन डू इट,
ओके सर, थैंक
yeah,
यू
and I think you should do it, you should try.
या
Why to wait for me to like do everything, because there could be like millions of things which can be built, right?
राइट सर।
So go ahead and build it. Yeah. Okay. Rakesh, you have a question?
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah, go
Now
ahead.
am I audible sir?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि एक तो मैं आपसे जुड़ा हुआ था आई न्यूरॉन जब आपका था तब से,
Okay, thank you.
एंड देन इट्स टुडे इट्स माय वेरी फर्स्ट क्लास एक्चुअली आई हैव अटेंडेड दिस वन।
Mm-hmm.
अभी एआई मैंने डिसाइड किया हुआ था। आपके सारे कोर्सेज को मैंने पिछले 10-15 दिनों में गो थ्रू किया है सर, और सारी चीजें इवन डेटा इंजीनियरिंग से लेकर के सारी चीजों का, एंड देन नाउ आई एम फॉलोइंग दिस क्लास।
Okay, okay.
जो भी आपकी पिछली वाली जो रिकॉर्डिंग है वो सारी चीजों को मैं गो थ्रू करूंगा और यहाँ तक पहुंचने की कोशिश करूंगा सर।
ठीक है, ठीक है।
आज की ये जो क्लास चली थी सर अटेंडम, क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत हमें आइडिया है बिकॉज व्हेन द कोविड स्टार्ट ना, इन दैट डे मैंने एक डेवलप किया था आई न्यूरॉन में ही, जब आपके क्लास को फॉलो किया था तो मास डिटेक्शन का मैंने बनाया भी था एक्चुअली।
Oh yeah, मास डिटेक्शन वाला, ठीक है, याद है, हाँ।
यस यस यस, वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम ना। वो हमने बना भी लिया था, एंड जीसीपी मतलब पेपर स्पेस पे मैंने इस ले करके डिप्लॉय भी किया हुआ था।
ठीक है, पेपर उसमें ट्रेन किया होगा आपने, पेपर उसमें जीपीयू प्रोवाइडर है ना आपके लिए।
हाँ हाँ, पेपर स्पेस पे। तो अभी मैं एक्चुअली भूल चुका हूँ सारी चीजें, बट मैं फिर से रिकैप करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। आज की जो ये क्लास चली थी सर, इसमें मेरा बस एक जगह पे थोड़ा सा ये क्वेश्चन था कि जैसे ये ओपन एआई चैट मॉडल जो आपने यूज किया है,
हाँ,
और यहाँ पे विकिपीडिया आपने एक
टूल यूज किया, बेसिकली टूल मतलब फंक्शन है बेसिकली जो इंटरनली विकिपीडिया को कॉल करता है।
करेक्ट करेक्ट। तो ये इंफॉर्मेशन जो ये पिक कर रहा है, वो आई थिंक कि वो विकिपीडिया से लेकर के और हमें इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है। करेक्ट।
बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है कि जब आप क्वेश्चन डालते हो ना, तो क्वेश्चन जाता है सीधे सीधी चैट जीपीटी के पास, मतलब चैट जीपीटी जो आपका यहाँ पर, तभी तो 2 बार कॉल हो रहा है ना। देखो यहाँ पर आप फ्लो देखो, देखो एजेंट है ना, देखो आपने क्वेश्चन डाला यहाँ पर, ठीक है, ये फ्लो आप दिख रहा है मेरा स्क्रीन, ठीक है। तो पहले गया यहाँ पर, यहाँ जाने के बाद बेसिकली कहाँ गया, क्वेश्चन को फिल्टर किया, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन फिल्टर करने के बाद कहाँ गया, कॉल किया एजेंट, एजेंट के अंदर क्या किया, वो पहले किया ओपन एआई मॉडल को कॉल, ठीक है। तो ताकि वो समझे क्वेश्चन को कि भाई क्वेश्चन का करना क्या है, किस तरह का क्वेश्चन है। तो इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ था कि भाई ये काम करो, विकिपीडिया सर्च करना है, तो क्या किया, विकिपीडिया के पास गया, ठीक है। अब वहां पर जाके बेसिकली सारा का सारा विकिपीडिया से उठा के डेटा लाएगा, बट हमने यहाँ पर डाला हुआ है ना, एजेंट को बोला हुआ है कि अरे डेटा जब लेके आओ तो एक काम करो, ओनली 200 ही मेरे को चाहिए, यहाँ लिखा हुआ है ना अपने सिस्टम प्रॉम्प्ट में 200 वर्ड्स में ही करो, ठीक है। तो आप 200 वर्ड्स में समराइज करके बुलेट पॉइंट में मेरे को आंसर दो, ठीक है। तो वो फिर वो डेटा उठाए किसके पास भेजेगा, चैट जीपीटी के पास भेजेगा, बोलेगा इसको कि ऐसा समराइज कर दो इस डेटा को मेरे लिए।
जी जी। तो ये मॉडल सर, मॉडल इटसेल्फ इट्स एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चंस एंड गिव द आंसर एज वेल ना।
हाँ, नहीं, वही तो हमने आपको ये दिया था ना कि लेट्स सपोज कि आप विकिपीडिया सर्च कर रहे हो, राइट। लेट्स सपोज कि आपने पूछा एलन मस्क के बारे में बता दिया, ठीक है। अब आपने पूछा बेसिकली लेट्स सपोज कि मेरे बारे में, ठीक है, नहीं बताएगा, क्योंकि क्या है कि ना तो मॉडल को पता है, ना विकिपीडिया के अंदर अवेलेबल है, क्योंकि मॉडल ट्रेन किया गया था लेट्स सपोज कल तक,
जी, ठीक
है, और कल तक मेरा डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं था कहीं भी, ठीक है। आज लेट्स सपोज किसी ने मेरा विकिपीडिया आर्टिकल पब्लिश कर दिया, तो कम से कम आज तो जाके वो डेटा उठा के ले आ सकता है ना मेरे बारे में।
करेक्ट। नहीं,
बट
मॉडल क्वेश्चन क्या है कि सपोज सर कोई किसी क्वेश्चन का आंसर सपोज अगर विकिपीडिया में नहीं है और वो हमारे मॉडल में है, सो इन दैट केस क्या ये आंसर देगा मॉडल से?
हाँ, इन दैट केस आंसर देगा मॉडल से, अगर आप उस तरह से सिस्टम प्रॉम्प्ट लिखोगे।
अच्छा, हाँ, अभी मतलब ये इस वाले सिस्टम प्रॉम्प्ट पे वो नहीं देगा ना मॉडल से?
नहीं, इस वाले पर नहीं देगा, इस वाले तो हम बस बोल रहे हैं कि आपको यूज करना है विकिपीडिया।
करेक्ट। तो अब हम क्या इसमें प्रायोरिटी ये सेट कर सकते हैं कि फर्स्ट पे आप विकिपीडिया पे जाओ, और अगर उसमें नहीं है,
एकदम वही तो करते हैं एजेंट के अंदर। एजेंट का मतलब ही वही है, उसको हम समझा रहे हैं कि भाई आपको बिहेव कैसे करना है। एजेंट का मतलब ही ये होता है, एक होता है ना आपके नीचे एक जूनियर है, ठीक है, तो आप उसको बेसिकली समझा रहे हो कि भाई देखो ये क्वेश्चन आएगा तो ऐसे बिहेव करना है, ये आदमी आएगा तो उसको ऐसे ट्रीट करना है, ठीक है। एजेंट वही तो काम कर रहा है यहाँ पर, और कुछ थोड़ी नहीं कर रहा है।
ठीक है सर। और एक और क्वेश्चन सर, जैसे अब ये विकिपीडिया से एक क्वेश्चन आंसर उठाकर लेकर आ रहा है, तो
ठीक
ये
है।
विकिपीडिया में जो स्ट्रक्चर, जो डेटा हमारा जिस वे में वहां पे स्टोर हुआ है, व्हेन आई थिंक ये मॉडल को उसी स्ट्रक्चर में ट्रेन किया गया होगा, तभी वहां से वो पिक
नहीं
करके ला
नहीं
करके।
नहीं 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 नहीं, वो पूरा स्क्रैप करके लेके आता है डेटा, जैसे कि
तो
इसमें
फिर
कुछ।
अगर सपोज यहाँ पे अगर मेरी अगर कंपनी है और मेरे कंपनी का एक वेबसाइट है, और सिर्फ
हाँ,
अगर हम वेबसाइट का यूआरएल दे दें
तो
यहाँ,
वो पूरा HTML CSS उठा के लेके आ जाएगा।
HTML CSS से लेकर, बट HTML और CSS पे सपोज अगर डेटा हमारा
अच्छा,
डेटाबेस से आ रहा है
चलिए आपको दिखाते हैं एक चीज़, ठीक है ना, दिखाई देते हैं। यहाँ पर एक ना हम बनाते हैं यहाँ पर RSS फीड करके जो डेटा रीड करता है, ठीक है। अब देखिए यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे कि हम ना यूरॉन का ही URL लेंगे। लेट्स सपोज कि ये URL उठाए, ठीक है, इसको डाल दिए इसके अंदर, एग्जीक्यूट द स्टेप्स। क्या हुआ, कस्टम फील्ड इग्नोर SSL, हाँ इग्नोर कर लो यार इसको। URL यहाँ पर ये गया RSS रीड, और इसमें हम ट्रिगर पॉइंट जो है, लेट्स सपोज कि मैनुअल ट्रिगर डाल देते हैं। RSS में ये होना चाहिए, RSS फीड ट्रिगर एवरी मिनट, नहीं ठीक है, एवरी मिनट एड पोल टाइम एवरी मिनट। N8N ठीक है, यहाँ से ये उठा के लाया बेंचमार्क। नहीं, ये भी नहीं करते हैं। सर पर ट्रिगर मैनुअली, why it is not showing me? SERP API, CRP API, SERP API, हाँ ठीक है। यहाँ पर सर्च अमेजोन, बाइडू, बिंग, ईबे, SERP API, no, there was other node as well. I have used it somewhere. Search Baidu, search Google, search YouTube. No, I don't want to do that. CARCH, Serper A. Okay. Install node. I think there is some issue with my node. Otherwise, it would have given me a result even with the RSS feed.
नो इशू सर, आप
नहीं नहीं सर, अरे हो जाएगा, छोटा सा चीज़ है ये, सर्च ही तो करवाना है। सर्च एपीआई, हाँ ठीक है, ऐड अ वर्कफ्लो, ठीक है, क्रिएट अ न्यू क्रेडेंशियल, एपीआई की यहाँ पर हम दे देंगे सर्च एपीआई की, सर पर दे देंगे। अरे यार अकाउंट लॉगिन करना पड़ेगा। बेसिकली आप यहाँ पर आप दिखाना ये चाह रहे थे कि आप जो है ना कुछ भी गूगल सर्च या वेबसाइट सर्च आप करना चाहते हो, उसके अंदर से डेटा अगर लेने के आना चाहते हो तो वो आपको वहाँ पर दे देगा, वो उसमें HTML CSS। हम अब अरे कल ही रात को हम कर रहे थे ये वाला, मतलब थोड़ा सा ना ये नोड का कुछ तो पंगा है, आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी नोड, ये आराम से हो जाता है, नॉट अ बिग डील, विद इन लाइक 2-3 मिनट आई कैन शो यू दैट। बहुत सारे तो कल रात को ही एक्टिवेटेड थे। RSS रीड यहीं पर वैसे हो जाना चाहिए था, 1 मिनट। सम RSS ले ही लेते हैं, RSS फीड, गिव मी सम RSS फॉर। ओके, तो लेट्स सपोज कि BBC न्यूज़ है, राइट, BBC न्यूज़ का हमने यहाँ पर RSS फीड वाला URL डाल दिया, यूरॉन के पास अवेलेबल नहीं है, 404 देगा, यूरॉन को हम लोग लाइक ऐसे ही क्रॉल कर सकते हैं। तो यहाँ पर जैसे ही हम एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे तो बेसिकली वो क्या करेगा कि यहाँ पर वो गया और उसके बाद फिर ये सारा डेटा जो भी वेबसाइट के ऊपर अवेलेबल था वो यहाँ से उठा के लेते आया। तो यहाँ पर तो ये RSS फीड इसका इनेबल किया हुआ है, RSS और XML और RSS.feed रहता है। लेट्स सपोज कि अगर हमको कोई भी अपना URL से डेटा निकालना है तो ये एक हो गया कि यहाँ पर इस URL से, इस URL को हम दे रहे हैं और ये एज अ फीड अवेलेबल है, तो एज RSS फीड आई एम एबल टू एक्सेस द डेटा, सो वेन एवर आई एम गोइंग टू एक्टिवेट इट आई विल बी एबल टू एक्सेस इट। हाउ टू स्क्रैप, कल ही हम यूरॉन का वेबसाइट भी स्क्रैप कर रहे थे एंड आई वॉज एबल टू गेट लाइक अ HTML some node I have used. So basically with the help of this, as we can see कि यहाँ पर हम RSS फीड से डेटा उठा के लेकर आ रहे हैं। और लेट्स सपोज कि अगर हमको यूरॉन से लेकर आना है तो हम क्या करेंगे कि सिंपल HTTP मार देते हैं, आई थिंक दैट विल बी मच सिंपलर। एंड यहाँ पर हम क्या करते हैं कि यूरॉन का वेबसाइट उठाते हैं एंड हम यहाँ पर डाल देते हैं इसको, एग्जीक्यूट द स्टेप्स। सी ये क्या किया, पूरा का पूरा जो भी HTML डेटा अवेलेबल था ना सब उठा के लेके आया यूरॉन के वेबसाइट से, एज यू कैन सी ओवर हियर नाउ। अब हम इसको बोलेंगे कि ठीक है काम करो, मेरे को ना इसमें से लाइक आप कीवर्ड सर्च करके दो, ये सर्च करके दो। तो ये डेटा ऐसा है कि बेसिकली आई कांट रीड दिस डेटा, राइट, मतलब ह्यूमन रीडेबल फॉर्मेट में डेटा ये अवेलेबल होता नहीं कभी भी, क्योंकि ये तो पूरा HTML डेटा है। हम इसको बोलेंगे कि अच्छा कौन से कोर्स की इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है, कौन से कोर्स की इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं अवेलेबल है, ये सारा का सारा मेरे को उठा के ला के दो। बेसिकली जो भी आपने डेटा रीड करा है यूरॉन के किसी भी पेज से, या फिर लेट्स सपोज कि हम एक कोर्स के ऊपर जाते हैं एंड हम इसको बोलते हैं कि एक काम करो, इस कोर्स में जो भी डेटा अवेलेबल है अगर वो ओपनली अवेलेबल होगा तो अगर इस रिक्वेस्ट के ऊपर, तो एक काम करो इसका सारा डेटा उठा के लेके आओ एंड समझाओ मेरे को बेसिकली। ठीक है, इसके अंदर देखिए सिलेबस दिया हुआ है ना, ठीक है, बट हम सिलेबस पढ़ नहीं सकते हैं। सिलेबस यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है, सिस्टम डिज़ाइन, ये वो, एंड टू एंड हैंड्स ऑन डिज़ाइन, दिस दैट, राइट। सो एवरीथिंग इज गिवन ओवर हियर, बट मे बी आई कांट रीड दिस डेटा, इट्स नॉट अवेलेबल इन माई रीडेबल फॉर्म। मेरे को चाहिए कि नहीं फॉर्मेट करके दे। हम इसको क्या करेंगे, हम पास कर देंगे एजेंट को, या हम पास कर देंगे LLM को। एजेंट को भी पास करने की जरूरत नहीं है बेसिकली, सो नॉट इवन लाइक आई हैव टू पास दिस थिंग्स टू एजेंट। मे बी हम क्या करेंगे यहाँ पर कि चैट मॉडल ही डायरेक्टली कॉल कर लेंगे या फिर हम यूरी को पास कर देंगे। सो चैट ओपन एआई चैट करके एक है नोड, ओपन एआई चैट मॉडल, ठीक है, इसी को हम पास कर देंगे और यहाँ पर मेरा ऑलरेडी सब कुछ कॉन्फ़िगर्ड है, ठीक है। तो व्हेन चैट रिसीव्ड मतलब जो भी डेटा वहाँ से आ रहा है उसको हम डाल देंगे इसको एज अ इनपुट, ठीक है, कि भाई ये डेटा जो भी यहाँ से आया, ये कहाँ से आ गया, डिलीट, तो बेसिकली इसको हम डाल देंगे इसके अंदर कि भाई ठीक है, जब भी यहाँ से यहाँ डेटा आएगा इसको कनेक्ट कर देते हैं, इसको नहीं ऐसे नहीं, ओपन एआई चैट मॉडल, हाँ ठीक है, ये कॉन्फ़िगर्ड है, ओके। इसको यहाँ से यहाँ कर दिए हम बेसिक एलएम चेन मॉडल, इसमें ये हो गया व्हेन चैट मैसेज रिसीव्ड, तो इसको यहाँ से ब्रेक करके दिस वन, मे बी इसको डिलीट ही कर देते हैं, एग्जीक्यूट, ओके। नाउ यहाँ पर ये डेटा है, ठीक है, जब भी यहाँ पर डेटा आएगा तो हम इसको यहाँ पर बोल देंगे कि ठीक है ऐड प्रॉम्प्ट, सो डू वन थिंग, extract all the content and give me in a JSON format, only the syllabus part, not a HTML tag at all। जो भी हमने इसको इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दिया ये क्या करेगा, ये उसके हिसाब से बेसिकली काम करेगा, ठीक है, एग्जीक्यूट स्टेप। तो यहाँ पर ये मैपिंग जो है कनेक्ट टू ट्रिगर डिफाइन बिलो, सो प्रॉम्प्ट, चलिए हो गया मैपिंग। ओके, रिक्वेस्ट दिस एग्जीक्यूट, डेटा आ गया। कहीं तो देयर वाज अ प्रॉब्लम एग्जीक्यूटिंग द वर्कफ्लो हैज अ इशू, कैन नॉट एग्जीक्यूट द रीजन, कहीं पर इशू आ रहा है, बट हाँ टेक्निकली यहाँ से डेटा मेरा जो भी आ रहा है उसको हम इसके अंदर सेंड कर रहे हैं, एंड सेंड करने के बाद मे बी आई कैन ट्राई टू अटैच वन सेट URL इन बिटवीन, सो सेट, इसके चलते ये इशू दे रहा होगा, देन क्लिकिंग ऑन एग्जीक्यूट, edit field, close, connect, name, data, value, data itself, ठीक है। यहाँ पर आ तो गया वैसे सेम ही, कहीं यहाँ पर ब्रेक हो रहा है चीज़ें, पर ठीक है, मतलब दिस वे आई कैन ट्राई टू गिव अ इंस्ट्रक्शन टू दिस LLMs एंड दिस LLM विल डू व्हाट, सो दिस LLM विल बी एबल टू लाइक क्लीन द डेटा एंड देन गिव मी द आउटपुट। एंड इसके जगह हम ये भी कर सकते हैं कि हम यहाँ से इसको हटा दें और उसके बाद फिर इसको यहाँ से हटा के हम यहाँ पर सीधे लगा दें अपना एजेंट, सो एज अ एजेंटिक, सो एजेंट आई कैन ट्राई टू डू, क्लिक ऑन AI agent and then connect to a trigger node defined below, prompt user message, so fine, let me execute the previous step, execute, so user message will come here, add prompt, system message, give me only the syllabus part of it. So, okay, chat model. OpenAI chat model, Gemini. Let me reconnect. कनेक्शन का इशू क्योंकि आते रहता है, उसके चलते ही फेल होता है चीज़ें. सेव, क्लोज, बैक. देखिए, तो हमने यहाँ पर इनपुट दिया था, ये बहुत ही घटिया सा, राइट, एंड आउटपुट मिल गया. निकाल दिया सिलेबस. मतलब हमने ये इतना ही लिखा है इसमें, गिव मी द सिलेबस पार्ट. ठीक है, वो भी सिलेबस का स्पेलिंग गलत है इसमें. तो बेसिकली हम दिखाना ये चाह रहे हैं कि हमने एक यूआरएल लिया यूरॉन का, उसको पूरा स्क्रैप कर लिया. लेट्स सपोज कि आपको कोई प्राइवेट यूआरएल, राइट, और ये डेटा आपको मिल रहा है जो कि बिल्कुल ह्यूमन रीडेबल नहीं है, पूरा एचटीएमएल स्क्रैप वगैरह सब कुछ लेके आ गया. हमने क्या किया, हमने बोला एजेंट को, हमने यहाँ पर अभी टूल भी नहीं लगाया है, टूल कुछ है ही नहीं यहाँ पर. ठीक है, हमने बस एक एजेंट बना दिया, उसको दे दिया हम एलएलएम का एक्सेस कि चलो यार चैट जीपीटी का एक्सेस है आपके पास, एक काम करो सिलेबस निकाल के दे दो. ये समझ गया अपने आप, ये स्मार्ट है ये. ठीक है, समझ गया. और उसके बाद फिर मेरे को आउटपुट ला के दे दिया यहाँ पर ये. ठीक है,
ठीक है सर.
हाँ,
एक चीज एक सर इसमें क्वेश्चन मेरा कि सपोज ये सिस्टम में जो हमने अभी यूआरएल दिया है वो एक स्पेसिफिक वेबसाइट का दिया है, करेक्ट,
हाँ,
और उस पे पेज लोड पे जितने भी इंफॉर्मेशंस आएंगी वही हमारा एज ए इनपुट इसमें जा रहा है.
एग्जैक्टली.
बट सपोज उसमें सपोज कीजिए कि कोई और भी हमारे इवेंट्स हैं, जैसे किसी बटन के क्लिक पे हमें और भी डेटा बेस से हमारा डेटा लेकर के आ रहा है, वो सारे इवेंट्स, तो क्या वो सारे इवेंट्स को हमें कैप्चर करके और हर एक चीज को लेकर के एज ए इनपुट हमें पास करना होगा, बिकॉज वी वांट टू गेट ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन व्हाटएवर वी हैव ऑन द साइट्स, राइट सर?
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. तो मल्टीपल एचटीटीपी रिक्वेस्ट आप बोल रहे हो यहाँ पर, तो बेसिकली मल्टीपल एचटीटीपी रिक्वेस्ट आप चलो एक कर दिए, फिर दो कर दिए, दूसरा साइट, उसके बाद तीसरा साइट कर दिए, और उसके बाद फिर यहाँ पर आपका होता है मर्ज नोड, MERGE. यहाँ पर MERGE मर्ज. ठीक है, मर्ज क्या करता है, कितना नोड अपेंड करना है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर ये आपके लिए पॉइंट क्रिएट कर देगा. देखो यहाँ पर के लिए आपके लिए पॉइंट क्रिएट कर दिया. इसको हटाओ आप.
ये मैं समझ गया सर. मेरा क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली ये नहीं था. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि एक हमने वेबसाइट का एक यूआरएल लिया, उस यूआरएल के अंदर इंटरनली आप देखें तो किसी बटन के क्लिक इवेंट को भी उस पे एम्बेड किया गया है, करेक्ट? वो सारी चीजें क्या हमारा किसी साइट का अगर हम यूआरएल देते हैं तो वो सारी चीजें इंटरनली खुद समझ करके और किस डेटाबेस से कनेक्टिविटी कर रहा है, वो सारे इंफॉर्मेशन एक बार में लेकर के आ सकता है क्या?
हाँ, ऑब्वियसली लेके आ सकता है. तो उसके लिए बेसिकली आप क्रॉलिंग बोल रहे हो वहां पर, और कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हो. हर एक जब बटन आप क्लिक करते हो तो एक नया एक्शन कॉल होता है जो कि आपने आपके वेबसाइट पर कॉन्फ़िगर किया हुआ है.
करेक्ट सर. तो वो इंटरनली वो सारी
हाँ, उसको स्क्रैपिंग बोलते हैं भाई मेरे, उसको स्क्रैपिंग बोलते हैं. तो वहां पर आप एक यूआरएल दोगे, उसके फिर आप कांस्टेंट ये लिखोगे कि ठीक है, कीप ऑन सर्चिंग दिस प्रोडक्ट दिस प्रोडक्ट दिस प्रोडक्ट, और कीप ऑन डूइंग दिस दिस दिस. जैसा आप इंस्ट्रक्शन लिखोगे यहाँ पर एजेंट को, वो वैसा वैसा काम करते रहेगा. तो एक एजेंट आप लगा दो जो कि सिर्फ क्रॉल के लिए आपका डेटा जनरेट कर रहा है, मतलब यूआरएल जनरेट कर रहा है. टेक्निकली होगा तो यही ना कि यूआरएल ही हिट मारोगे ना आप.
यस.
इन टर्म्स ऑफ योर क्रोम और एनीथिंग, जो भी आप बटन पर क्लिक करते हो, चेंज क्या होता है, चेंज यही होता है ना आपका.
करेक्ट. यस सर.
तो हिट तो टेक्निकली यूआरएल ही कर रहे हो. तो यहाँ पर वही दिखा रहे हैं कि मल्टीपल यूआरएल. अब ये डायनेमिक आ रहा है आपके केस में, बेसिकली आप बोलना चाह रहे हो कि डायनेमिक आएगा वो. ठीक है, जहां पर एजेंट डिसाइड करेगा कि ठीक है भाई ये यूआरएल फिर इस पर जाओ.
यस सर.
तो ठीक है, वही करना है, खत्म.
ठीक है सर.
ओके,
समझ गया मैं कॉन्सेप्ट.
ओके, सो फाइन एवरीवन, होप ऑल ऑफ यू हैव एंजॉयड, एंड मजा तो आया ही होगा क्लास में. विद दैट थैंक यू सो मच. मिलते हैं शाम को विद द न्यू लॉन्च ऑफ अ बैच. उसमें मिलेंगे, उसमें बात करेंगे आप सभी से. विद दैट थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन. लाइव भी रहेगा यूट्यूब पर, तो आप यूट्यूब पर भी देख सकते हो, ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. टेक केयर एवरीवन.